Destiny update video.
I still don't even know half the crew on this show. I only know this guy's Dan because I have a Dan and they're both called Dan. Who's even arguing any of this? You called me a file, and now you're saying it's the same thing. There's a difference between a okay? Something that your country, Israel, is notoriously known for giving cover for. Pro-Palestine, I need an Arabic, a Shahid or Rahid or whatever it's called, song button on my soundboard, okay? Who's having the comment? Just don't accuse me of shit that you have no idea about. How hard is that?
All right, guys, we're starting the Destiny segment. It's the reason why you're here. It's the stuff the people want to see. Willie Mac Show published his video, 4 minutes long, going over why he reported Destiny to law enforcement. Now, a lot has happened since then. There have been some interesting clips. I think this was one of them, right?
To be clear, he's admitting to having alleged C downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video open.
The problem is that he has to, though.
No, I don't think he does.
The problem is that he literally has to. If he has a court case with Pixie for sending those photos to Rose, then he cannot delete anything that him and Rose sent to each other. He has to have all.
There have been a lot of really good clips in here. So yeah, what happened here is that Willie released a video going through all the logs of the messages he had with Destiny. Essentially what happened was Willie Mac Show was reaching out for comment after this new allegation came out that Rose was actually confirmed to be a minor at the time she was interacting with Destiny. And then when Willie was talking to him, he ended up putting out a piece of information that kind of stunned Willie for a minute, basically saying, hey, look at this fucking file thing that's clearly open in VLC Media Player. This is what it's called. And then Willie went, wait, are you opening up what you reasonably could consider to be CSAM material on VLC Media Player to prove a point to me in an argument as to why I should be mad at somebody else? Like, Destiny's whole argument hinges on the fact that these people recorded 60 gigabytes of what is essentially child pornography. Right? And to prove that, he opened up what appears to be on his hard drive, a video. That is like, yeah, no, not good. It's not. I would say it's probably not good. Yeah, this is like a not good thing. Yeah, this is I would say this is pretty bad. So then Willie asks him clarifying questions about this, being like, hey, dude, so the fuck? And he's like, yeah, dude, I gotta have this for my court case. And also, I'm also a God's gift to, like, CSAM survivors, because if something comes out of this whole thing, I would need this footage to testify or whatever. I would need to give, like, hand over this for the investigation on something that's not even currently being pursued. Yeah, it's very funny. Destiny also left a comment here clarifying something on the coverage that we did yesterday. Now, by the time my VOD hits, you'll already hear about it, but Ethan Klein, after his stream, recorded an entire segment bashing Destiny, promoting Willie's video, and he also made, like, a pretty sizable piece of misinformation and spread it around. So I do think it is important to clarify that, because, to be honest, it's going to be used to, like, dismiss the entire allegation. I already see it happening. It's like, Ethan Klein, at the fucking 16-minute mark, after when explaining why Destiny was claiming he had fucking CSAM material on his hard drive, or alleged CSAM material, rather, on his hard drive, right? He then started pulling up messages that I don't really know where he came from. These could be like a snark subreddit, or maybe like the team pulled this together. But he pulls up these Instagram DMs, and the reason why these were significant was because there is no evidence that there's no evidence that Rose actually spoke to Destiny on Instagram. So, like, when he gets to the bottom and he's looking at the braces picture or whatever screenshot, that one is literally from Rose. My understanding is Rose and Destiny interacted on a NSFW Twitter account and then immediately moved it to Discord, or moved it after a short period of time to Discord. So these messages that are talking about blasting a hot load of cum on, like, a girl's face and sending her home to her parents, this is supposedly being sent to an adult, even though the premise is, like, fucking crazy. These messages here are being sent to a person in their 20s. It's not also to Rose. So basically, Ethan showcases these, and yeah, I mean, I think that he thinks it's Rose. It's not Rose. So that is worth clarifying, right? So Destiny put a thing saying, insane to see the guy spamming lawsuits at people, reading a totally unrelated set of DMs pretending they were the same person. I've never contacted the Rose person on Instagram at any point in my life, but this guy and his Hassan suck-up crew are just chuckling along as they read off leaked revenge porn of me. Very high moral standards, I guess, or desperately trying to cater to the audience. So now Destiny's also lashing out at like Ethan's employees because they don't like him, and basically doing what everyone is doing here. If you don't agree with every position that anybody holds, you're a Destiny dick sucker, you're a Hassan dick sucker, you're an Ethan Klein dick sucker. There's no longer like actual argumentation and fighting back. Basically, if the and this is a huge thing that's going around about Ethan's viewers right now, or not Ethan's employees right now. We're talking about obviously like AB, Dan, Love, the whole crew. There is this like absolutely cancerous sect of like Ethan's audience right now that is demanding they like defend Gila Klein and criticize Hassan Piker and do X, Y, and Z. And I'm gonna just straight up say I think these people are retarded and they should be probably purged out of the community. I think a lot of these people are probably the DGG people who storm the gates or whatever and have kind of like fucking infected Ethan's entire subreddit. But there are probably a decent chunk of people who are just crazy H3H3 fans who are demanding this. Listen, if Gila Klein has like an issue with how she is being defended on her fucking show with Ethan by the crew members, I'm sure they could hash that out. You don't have to like fucking dude, random Twitter account doesn't have to come in and start crying about Gila Klein not being defended on her own show. I think she could probably handle herself on that one. There's like a really weird level of like misunderstanding about what we're actually involved in right now. This is not like a YouTube drama really anymore. It is a YouTube drama. It's the biggest YouTube drama of all time, but it's also like a dox war. It's also like a deeply entrenched political matter. I think that there's only so much you can ask from a paid employee to have to get involved in, and how much damage they need to tank, and how much their families and stuff could be potentially exposed to crazy fucking people who are going to harass the fuck out of them. So yeah, I think it's actually like extremely fucking cringe for people to go in there and start like going at, and especially AB, by the way, AB in particular. AB has been getting fucking ass raped at every fucking side of this drama from the very beginning, right? AB is getting called a house slave. He's getting called out by Ethan's audience for not saying anything. Like, there's really no winning there, you know? He's either the token Arab, or he is like... or I don't know, or he's just like Ethan's friend who won't stick up for him and help him out. But he has been constantly, like consistently a target throughout the entire thing. I don't blame that guy for shutting up, you know? But that's obviously the dig that Destiny has chosen to take here. But he's right. He's right about the part where Ethan pulled up unrelated DMs and stuff. So that is worth clarifying, because we did show that on the last stream. And by the time the VOD hits, that clarification is already baked into it. So yeah, that's the I guess little intro tidbit, the corrections from the past stream. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Destiny has responded. I'm sorry, I meant to play the song. You're not gonna believe me. That was a legitimate accident. I thought that was the song for the background music. That was actually a misclick. That was a genuine accidental misclick. Almost everything in this DM is wrong, dude. Every last word you just said is wrong. Your boss is gonna need me. Yeah, dude, Destiny came out here swinging immediately. Willie Mac Show is running cover because he wants to get in with the boys again. Dude, I can't. It's actually so fucking funny that he's gonna try to pave it this way. Now, obviously, we saw on the previous stream that Destiny went live, didn't watch the clip, and then just straight up lied about what was in the messages, hoping his audience wouldn't check. But dude, I'm sorry. I don't think you can like wiggle your way out of this one. If somebody called me, I don't care who it is, it could be my best friend on planet Earth. If they say like, yeah, dude, by the way, I have fucking like, if anybody calls me and breaks the law or tells me something, now I'm aware that they're breaking the law, right? 100%. That shit's going public. Cops are getting called. Bro, Willie Mac Show. I think, what is he, like, I saw Willie scroll through all of his DMs. He had, like, the last phone call they had was their interview, bro. This guy's not dying on fucking CP Hill. This guy's not dying on C-Sam Hill, bro. You're out of your fucking mind. Listen, if Willie wanted to come out and try to, like, regain community chatters or something like that from the fucking YouTube commentary community, I think there are other ways to go about it than to leak this very obviously insane shit that was always going to come out from any person that you sent it to, because you're fucking way too confident and stupid. I don't know why it was even on his hard drive to begin with, but Yeah. 911. Sorry, let me call back. My OBS wasn't recording. It's always performative, dude. Nobody can just be like, holy shit, Destiny fucking just said that he has like alleged CSAM on his hard drive. That's kind of crazy. It has to be performative. You actually don't really care about it. You don't really care about alleged CSAM material on somebody's hard drive, dude. Who would? Who would care about something like that? You're so performative. And Ethan is trying to distance himself from me because he is too weak to deal with Hassan's attacks against him, using me as a vector because he's got literally nothing of substance to contribute to this arena. Dude, it's so funny that he says this. The guy who literally created Hassan Piker lost control of him and then cried for like 5 years. The guy who created Vosh lost control of him, and it took Vosh opening up a folder filled with fucking Lolcow to even like suppress that dude and push him into the weird corner of the internet. Destiny is like the guy who is known for creating for bringing right-wing influencers over to the left, but once they got here, they all became crazy psychotic tankies, eclipsing him in clout and fucking notoriety, or at least Hassan Piker did. The other ones were, I guess, on their way and got snipped down by other people before they got there. But ultimately, Destiny spent about, like 5 years dedicated to trashing Hassan's reputation, only for him to literally watch Hassan grow. So I don't know. It sounds like if there's anybody here who wasn't really able to deal with Hassan's attacks, it was you, because you've kind of turned into a rage cow. He's kind of just a rage cow at this point. All of Destiny's stuff is just like, retweet Dan Saltman, say crazy thing, clip something out of context, right? Again, we were arguing about this the other day. Pulling that easy slam dunk Hassan Piker tweet into a 30-second context on Dan Saltman's Twitter, and then defending that wireless going into offline chat and tweeting, what was it? What was the thing that he posted to Hassan Piker that made everybody infinitely look worse for associating with him? I completely forgot what that was. Yeah, I honestly think you could perfectly justify attacking and Hassan Piker in real life for statements like this, and it's the quote from the Gila Klein thing, right? This guy's literal controlled opposition. He hands people easy W's. When you push him on it and says that he's just acting like a fucking horror cow on main, and he just looks like a disgruntled little pussy who's crying that Hassan Piker is still like notable or whatever, he's like, oh, you gotta fight fire with fire. I'm just holding up a mirror to his own actions. Meanwhile, all you're doing is chasing away like any reasonable person who hasn't picked a side yet. You're essentially just saying there's nothing we can do to Hassan. I'm too black-pilled to argue, so I'm going to just sit here and lob shots from everywhere, right? Hassan's lack of intelligence is his biggest insecurity that no amount of finasteride, hair dye, or bathtub photo shoots will compensate for. Awesome. I have no CSAM on my computer. I have only complied with legal obligations for my court case. The 60 gigabyte screenshot was related to a claim the Rose person made, somebody whose name and birth date have yet to be reliably confirmed. Again, this could be the case.
Nick just started insulting me viciously.
But I challenge you, the viewer, to answer this question. If there is no CSAM on his computer, why did he say there was to Willie like 3 days ago, right? Why did he say that the alleged CSAM material was like on his computer like 3 days ago if there was no CSAM on his computer 3 days ago? Like why can't he clarify what the fuck he was talking about? Because now there's no CSAM, but 3 days ago there was like, bruh, you just let me know that you still have CP videos saved to your computer. And then it's just like, well, I don't know if she's legitimately under 18. Yeah, so that's not kosher. I don't know, dude. The 60 gigabyte screenshot was related to the claims that Rose made, but then people were saying that people were clipping Destiny out of context. The fun part of that is that the context, I don't even think it was available prior, right? So it's like he pulls out a screenshot to elaborate on what he was saying, and he goes, look, these guys keep lying about me. It's like, well, yeah, because you just gave more information. But yeah, I'm happy to correct that. Willie's happy to correct that comment. But yeah, you referred to it, and then we found out that it was on your computer. So people started to ask, like, do you have 60 gigabytes on your computer of Rose's fucking videos? Again, the way that we're talking about this here is like, hypothetically, if her boyfriend or whatever was trafficking her or to fuck other dudes on video, and there was ever some kind of investigation, and now like when we get over here, it's like, I have no CSAM on my computer. I have complied with legal obligations for my court cases. Ethan is literally reaching off revenge porn leaks of mine and giggling, coughing because he's too lazy to use his inhaler. Again, dude, I was super fucking like charitable to the fact that like,
are you a virgin?
No,
Destiny
I'm
had
not.
revenge porn leaks, right? It does suck whenever your fucking cock hits the internet. But I became less charitable to Destiny's revenge porn leaks when I found out that the revenge porn leaks contained videos from participants who were unaware that their fucking videos were shared by Destiny in this context. So it's like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry, you're no longer the biggest victim in this scenario. If you shared other people's shit without them knowing, and they found out because your penis hit the internet. You're no longer the biggest victim in that scenario. And we've been saying this since fucking January. So I'm sorry, you can't really go to the well on that one. You're not getting a lot of sympathy from me. Like a retarded child for DMs that has absolutely nothing to do with the Rose leak. Any reference to rape or orgies or anything else was literally in the context of DMs with a 26-year-old British woman. I never DM'd that Rose person on Instagram. So what he's talking about here is when he said he wanted to blast cum in the face of a girl and send her home to her parents covered in cum. Reminder, that was not about his fetish with the allegedly 17-year-old girl. She was 26 when he wanted to send her home a cum on her face to her parents. So that is it is a reasonable clarification. Obviously, that would look significantly worse if that was Rose, but it is still very funny, and I'm gonna laugh about it and make fun of him for it, right? It's still an awful set of DMs. I agree, but like ultimately, you need to be like, if you don't tell people what those DMs are and give that proper context and clarify that argument, then you are no better than these people that we talk about on a daily basis. Like Hassan Piker and Destiny specifically are in this situation where both of these groups of people are, and even like you could throw like H3 Snark in there, all of these people are like incredibly malicious. All of these people are clipping things entirely out of context. All of these people are throwing fucking backhanded shots at people 24 hours a day. But the minute that you participate in that, you're no better than those other people are. Yeah. And you got to remember, right, when you're like, oh, well, DGG's not as bad as that or anything like that, because it's like, well, there's people fucking doxing over there with the other guys. It's like, well, the reason why we know Rose's age, or presumably know Rose's age, is because Destiny put out like a hit in his fucking chat to go find her shit. Basically, by leaking more information. He was like bragging about how he got her doxed on that stream. And it's entirely his own, like he pierced himself with his own glider. I guess he had gotten so confident that she was over 18, he put out more information about her to then pull that information up faster, not realizing that like this was something that would look really bad on him. I think Peterson was right, so now this is immediately just leaning into all of the affected talking points as soon as he had a falling out. Peterson was right. You, Zionist, genocide supporting in the United States with loyalty to Israel first. Hila, genocidal IDF maniac, night raiding innocent Palestinians in the West Bank because she wasn't seeing enough bloodshed at her desk job, writing pardons for IDF rapists, deserve all the CPS calls for the dog shit eating claims and everything else. You deserve zero sympathy for anyone else on the internet when you're so quick to turn around and rely on the same snark. Now it's snark as well. Now, dude, Willie Mac Show reports him to the police over DMs that he literally sent to Willie. Now, if you criticize him, you're a snarker. That's been plaguing you for years. As soon as you think it's beneficial, I hope your prior maid takes you for $1 million in the lawsuit against you guys as well. So like immediately he just flips entirely 180 on any positions that he had, all based off of prior stuff. You're gonna see that here a lot between the Ethan and Destiny bridge. It's all just like stuff that would have been known about these people before, that they're just lobbing back and forth at each other now. So it just kind of goes to show you what I've been telling you this whole time.
There's a KFC in Yemen!
Destiny really admitted to watching ContraPoints? SMH.
For anyone else watching, you should assume that every single influencer you meet on the internet is a terrible human being with zero values or principles. See you tomorrow for stream. And the funny part is, like, Destiny is literally one of the worst examples of these influencers. But yeah, this is one of the worst responses I've ever seen. Just a flat-out denial, deflection, using Hassan Piker's tactics that he's been rattling on about, saying is like the worst thing possible. But it's days like this when you remember where Hassan Piker learned this behavior from, like where he got his training. You know, Batman wasn't always Batman, but he met Ra's al Ghul and he became Batman, right? So for all the things that you hate about Hassan Piker, it's time to wake up and realize that, like, It's all coming from somewhere. Dude, I gotta be honest with you. People are saying like, oh, Nick, you're gonna start hurting the audience that you've been catering to for a real long while. In the past week, I had pissed off the Ethan Klein audience by giving my take on the Gila Klein clip that was clipped out of context by Yeet and Dan Saltman, and then I had to go back and fix that context and tell people what the clip actually said, but the narrative shifted already, and there wasn't really much I can do. So the Ethan Klein audience is mad at me, just to be clear. My own commentary community is mad at me. Like, core fans from like a fucking literal decade ago are fucking mad at me because I only disavowed Willie Mack Show's video, and I didn't sit here and become an audience captured loser and do exactly what they wanted. And Destiny's audience is mad at me, even though I told them to leave in January, right? I gotta be honest with you. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like, you were like, if you're a 2025 Destiny fan, after all of this shit is fucking readily available in public, okay? And then all the other clips are welded into these things. After Pixie, after this, I think your views are worth less, you know? I think your super chat dollars are mentally taxed more. Like, I gotta be honest, I don't care if you leave. I don't care if you dislike my opinion on this one. I think that you're probably a wasted viewer. You're gonna leave anyway. You might as well leave now, you know? Dude, I'll tell you, if I lose viewers, it doesn't really matter to me. My shit's still getting hit more than anybody else in my space, so I don't care. Bye! See you later. Have a good one. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. So, I mean, if this is a good statement to you in any capacity, I don't really see any value to it. Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll put donos back on now, but so then Willie Mack Show responded to him saying, I'm not doing this to get in the good graces of your anti-community, which is like an obvious fucking, like, by the way, Willie has literally been tanking so much shit from people claiming that he is like Destiny's hired operative this entire time. So as soon as Destiny has a bad interaction with Willie because of something that he literally did, he then plays into it because that's how he works, right? That's how he works. Oh, there's like discontent right now with Ethan's audience. There's discontent right now with Ethan's employees. Okay, let's lean into that. Oh, people are saying that Willie is a hired operative and that he needs to get back into his commentary community. Oh, let's placate to that, right? Because that will cause him trouble. Again, we get into a fight with him later on.
The GOAT. I appreciate
where he just starts taking shots, and I will defend my verbiage on this. Destiny gets in his offline chat and starts talking about he starts cracking jokes about the bad empanada comments that he made about about Willie's wife who got doxxed and had to have a security guard at his wedding 2 weeks ago. As soon as he gets to a fucking fight with Willie Mack Show, he hops in offline chat and he goes, hey guys, when I was in Israel half a year ago, the Mossad did actually want to hire me for propaganda, but said it would be way too obvious. They offered me a cutie pie in exchange for it, but I said my Vyvanse arc made it not so appealing. I didn't want to say anything, but I noticed that the exact same Israeli agent they were offering me just happened to be Willie Mack Show's new wife. So immediately after that, he starts playing into those jokes and stuff in his community and pushing that a little bit more. Because that's the tactic. It's never just a straight up attack at this point. It's always just kind of dig in and take some fucking backhanded shots at these people because he's mad that he got reported to the police for saying that he had alleged CSAM material on his hard drive. So we'll look at that in a little bit, but that's just another one, right? This is his tactic that he's been doing. What you're saying publicly is entirely different than the DM story, and then Willie backs that up by showing the messages again. I have no CSAM on my computer was the quote from Destiny's statement. Weird, because when I asked Destiny if he had CSAM on his computer, he told me, depends why you're asking, and then gave me a bunch of reasons for why he can have CSAM on his computer, right? It depends on why you're asking, but yes, I created a copy of all of our messages and everything when that court case started, right? And here's the reasons why. Well, I don't know 100% if she's under 18. I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve this stuff related to my court case.
What's the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter?
Pretty sure,
Nick
by the way,
DeOrio.
isn't definitive.
Mr.
Not even
Oreo.
at all.
Nick is fair.
If something were to come out of this, I don't know if I'd want to wipe everything and not have something to turn over to authorities. So it's like he's talking in definitives, but here it doesn't even seem like he's super even sure about what's happening at this point. So I thought that was very funny too, in retaliation to his comment.
Nicholas the GOAT, thank you for the $5.
I gotta be honest with you, Willie is 100% right in this instance. If love him or hate him, I mean, he's completely right when it comes to this shit with Destiny. I shouldn't even have to say this, but if I ask you if you have CP on your computer and you reply yes, I will absolutely report you to the police. If you're mad at me for this, you should reevaluate yourself. Again, why he would even say this is so fucking crazy. That other message leaked from JStock where he was saying that if this girl turns out to be 17, it'll probably be the end of his career, which is like super fucking damning. But also he was arguing with a chatter or a Twitter reply where they said, well, now that she's 17, do you have anything to turn over to the police? And he said no, and then reached out to Willie saying yes. And then he went back on stream and said no again. So he just straight up just keeps lying about it, which is not like a good, like if you're trying to judge him charitably as like a fan of his content in some capacity, right? That's not what you want to see unless you're like a staunch DGG dick rider who's waiting for the election year to justify being a continued fan of his content. And also, this was the part that was added in initially. So he added in the Peterson Wright Zionist genocide supporter. We already covered that when we looked at it, but that was something that was added in through editing. And then Willie Mac show, I think there's a fucking strong response from him because this is what's been happening, is the deflection game. Destiny basically said he can't respond until after his court case with Pixie. Fair enough if true, but I think he should get on stream with his fucking legal counsel and have them explain why having alleged CP since November is okay in this instance and legal. I have not seen one lawyer agree with this. Believe it or not, man, people are actually hoping that you don't have CSAM on your hard drive, which I think is fucking true. Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, again, if you don't want to respond to it, it's really funny that every time Destiny seemingly gets pushed on something, he defaults back to like, well, I can't really talk about this because I'm being sued right now. But then Pixie will tweet like he knew, and he'll leak DMs of her saying like that she underage drank, right? He obviously can't control himself. He rambles in the middle of the night in his fucking offline chat about his own lawsuits. He's been posting videos talking about his lawsuits. But then people start asking him questions about shit that he said. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, you know, there's a lawsuit going on and I really can't keep talking about it. Yeah, I don't know. It's insane. Moving forward, we've got so this is like the community stuff. So Willie's looking at like the responses to his video. She's 17, not 7. It has been passed around many times. Who gives a shit? Meanwhile, Epstein case is getting buried and Hassan is promoting, what is that?
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Is it like terrorists? I don't know what it's, or something. Guys, but what about Hassan? That's my favorite response to this. Destiny says there's a chance he's got fucking CSAM material, and I'm being generous with my wording right now. And they're like, but what about Hassan? What are you going to talk about Hassan Piker? As if there haven't been like daily uploads from every Hassan hate channel about Hassan for like the last 8-9 months now, right? But what about Hassan? Yeah, dude, this stream is brought to you by Morgan and Morgan. Not really, but yeah, it's insane. This is crazy. I don't know, man. It seems pretty irresponsible to churn out this video when you admit yourself you don't know all the facts. Bro, it's a quote from his DMs. He just said it. Do you need a judge to read them out loud, like the Carl Jobst case? It's totally plausible that he shared that something 19 and 17 is dude, 17 is hardly COD points? Okay, dude, I can't. What do you mean 17 is hardly COD points? It's either COD points or it's not. What are you talking about? Destiny is a pervert, but 16 and 17 is not. It is. It literally is. What are you talking about? And by the way, we're not talking about a close in age exception where a 19-year-old is talking to his 17-year-old girlfriend. Guy's fucking 30 years old, dude. I'm sorry. We're like closing in on the Lion Maker age gap here, dude. Obviously, Lion Maker did other stuff, but you know what I'm saying, right? This is crazy. It's actually fucking insane right now that we're even talking about this. Guys, dude, they're pulling up like, but didn't you say this about Carson? Guy's 30 years old. He's 36 now. Yeah, he's like between 30 and 33 in a lot of these messages that we're seeing from all these fucking sexting DMs. Yeah. There's no Romeo and Juliet for that. Romeo has died of old age before Juliet was even born. All right, referring to a 17-year-old as a child is what's insane here. That's what they say in the fucking legal... I don't know yet. Dude, these motherfuckers will turn around and be like, yeah, Destiny said he shared Pixie's videos without her knowledge to a random fucking potentially 17-year-old girl, but I need the courts to tell me why it's bad. And then they're like, well, if he has fucking literal COD points on his hard drive right now, I mean, like, is a 17-year-old really... Dude, like, seriously? I'm sorry, you guys are the ones who want to conflate morality and legality here. Shouldn't this be your hardline stance? Okay, whatever. I don't know. Dude, it's like it's literally horseshoe theory. We're back to Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes, what was his iconic quote about 17-year-olds? What was it, chat? Does anyone remember it? I don't remember exactly what he said. Like, what's the problem? What's the issue or something? That's like the iconic, the Nick Fuentes quote about 17-year-olds is very funny. Yeah. So we got that. That's what's going on in the community right now. That's very funny. And I saw this and I fucking screenshotted this shit immediately. Hassan put himself in a position where he receives nudes from hundreds of fans without age verification, flexes it, and opens them around others. But it's like, dude, I'm sorry. I hate to be that guy. But, like, if your streamer admits that he has potential CSAM material on his hard drive and claims he's bound by law to keep it, you're going to have to deal with, like, 48 to, like, indefinite hours of bullying. I'm sorry, you can't just, but what about Hassan your way out of this? This is like a fucking huge issue. Like, Destiny's going on streams right now, just straight up lying to his audience, being like, guys, we've already addressed this. It's the same drama. They just keep dredging up the same drama. It's like, bro, no, it's not. This is like more than just another little thing added in to retread all the same original talking points, right? This is like a pretty fucking sizable new piece of information that kind of changes the entire story. It's like super disingenuous to paint this as like, oh yeah, I mean, they're pulling up the same messages again and they're just like changing their story a little bit. Yeah, you just got to the Ambler. Destiny. So this is the actually we're gonna get to those individually, but yeah, that's what Destiny's subreddit is doing right now. I guess they're trying to justify this by any means necessary. I'm glad they're not saying it's an election year or something. Well, obviously it isn't, but like that was the Vosh defense back then, so at least we're seeing some new cope. Ethan calls out Destiny. So this is where it starts, right? Ethan hit his IG story and wrote, "The coping from Destiny's community is not making a lot of sense to me. Didn't he confirm to Willie Mack 3 times that he has nudes of a 17-year-old on his computer? That was communicated unambiguously. What am I missing here?" So that's what Ethan Klein had said. And then in response to, he put out, I think there's like 3 uninterrupted ones. "Destiny fans, here's the issue. You say that nobody knows for sure if she was 17 when the nudes were exchanged. The fact that Destiny has even put himself in the position to receive naked photos of a minor, even inadvertently, is a massive problem. This man clearly exploits his vulnerable fans for sexual gratification. He was 33 when she was 17 or 18. How can anyone defend this?"
The shout out.
They just want to keep their favorite cozy sleep time streamer who gives them the feel goods and they justify it any way they can.
Yeah, but that guy died like 3 years ago. I'm sorry, dude, I don't understand this. Like, yeah, I get it. You like Destiny when he saved quote-unquote right-wingers and brought them to the left and said Rippuccino Cappuccino at the end of his streams, but he's just literally a rage-induced lolcow now who's hell-bent on getting Hassan by any means necessary. He's not taken really seriously, I guess, by most people, and except with the exception of like Pierce Morgan. I guess he goes on those shows and stuff, right? But this guy has just kind of become like a rage sped. I don't know. Are the vibes the same? Does he even look happy when he's streaming? I don't know. Maybe he's never looked happy. I don't know, dude. I feel like just taking a look at any of the content that I've been forced to watch over the last couple of months, it's like night and day from 2021. He just seems like what people used to say Destiny was spite-driven as a defense mechanism. That guy is legitimately fucking spite-driven today. And it's not even funny anymore, I guess. And I don't think it has anything to do with like current events. He's legitimately just going to the well on the same exact rage bait over and over and over again. And then his fucking retarded audience just keeps jerking him off about how intellectually fucking sound he is. It's like, oh, yes, Destiny. I know you're saying this obvious rage bait right now, but like, dude, the deeper meaning is that everyone else is so stupid and only DGGers can understand how awesome these fucking comments are. The Rick and Morty thing. And yeah, people are saying there's a good point by Ethan. Ethan is fucking clean on this in regards to his take, right? Because he goes after Pro Jared. Pro Jared, again, we went over this last stream, is somebody who had a Tumblr blog using Sin Jared, right? That was his name on there, but obviously Pro Jared username. He linked to it from his main Twitter. He called it Sin Jared. It was a 18 plus environment, quote unquote, where he accepted nude images and stuff from basically anybody who said they were 18 with no real age verification. And eventually this had to come to a scraping halt because Tumblr had so much child pornography on the site that Apple took it off the App Store. So then what did he do after he realized, it's like, holy fuck, this could be like a legitimate danger right now. Tumblr was literally bought for like $2 billion and sold for like $200,000 because like CP couldn't be moderated and the site was like destroyed, right? I think they fixed the site by banning porn because that was the only way they could figure out what shit they had to delete. Which is hilarious, by the way. So what did Pro Jared do when he was greeted with this information, when he was quote-unquote gooning too close to the sun? Well, he just moved it to Snapchat, Hassan Piker's new stomping grounds, and he was like, you gotta be 21 now in your imaginary age verification. So he didn't really learn his lesson there either, and eventually, what happened to Pro Jared? He got fucking minors interacting with him that lied about their age, because of fucking course he did. This is something that huge influencers should not be fucking doing. Huge influencer. And again, it's not like Destiny had like this open blog for sex. That's more of like Hassan Piker's Snapchat thing as well, right? But again, you need to be like really careful when you're a huge content creator and you're interacting with people who are selling nudes on Twitter and not OnlyFans. Does anybody not, like, dude, if you're reaching out to somebody and they're like, hit me up on Telegram or, yeah, I sell nudes on my private Twitter, is that not a red flag for people? Is that not something that, like, startles you in any capacity? Because there's OnlyFans now. It is a mainstream way that involves age verification to sell adult materials, right? Like, that's a thing that you can get. So why are we doing this, like, off the books? This was common with, like, Thought Audit when people were, like, lying about their income so they weren't paying taxes. But there are sites that sell porn that you can just buy. You don't have to go to some sketchy private Twitter and, like, interact with people without proper age verification. You just don't have to do that. That's your own choice if you want to delve down that fucking rabbit hole. But yeah. So yeah, that was what he argued here. And then moving forward, he said, okay, this is a comment from the Reddit. Well, for one, there's no actual hard evidence she was actually 17. For his lawyers who literally told him not to because if she is 17 in those videos, then that's destroying evidence. And 3, he didn't know and then this is Ethan responding. 1, you're saying he knew it might have been a minor and his lawyers told him to preserve the images to protect himself, which means he knew there was a chance it was CP. And by the way, the reason why he knew that is because the solo person who leaked it literally told him it was a minor. And then everyone was like, well, is she a minor? There's no evidence of it, blah, 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 blah. And then it turned out that, yeah, it's most likely a minor, basically. Like, I think that most people agree that it's like 99% certainty that we're talking about a 17-year-old in this instance. At that point, I don't understand, like, any legal reason why you would keep images. And then, by the way, finding out that it is likely now a 17-year-old, it's more likely that it is a 17-year-old. It's almost certainly a 17-year-old is something that I would argue. And if it turned out to not be, I'd be like, yeah, I guess I gotta eat shit on that, because it really looks like it's a fucking 17-year-old dude, right? At that point, why wouldn't you delete it, right? There are multiple opportunities here to not be in the position where Willie Mack Show has to call the police on you, right? Like, you can make these decisions at multiple different checkpoints, right? His lawyers absolutely did not tell him to hold on to potential CP. That's never happened unless his lawyer is Jared Fogle. Possessing CP is a crime, period, unless you are a Fed doing it in an investigation. There is no such thing as hanging on to CP just in case. It's not a thing, right? So then Destiny starts popping in here saying, these people are legitimately retarded if they don't think that I'm not taking every single precaution necessary under the advice of counsel. That's all I'll say. So that's in retaliation to people asking about this. But to that question I now pose, or to that statement I now pose a question. Does your legal counsel know that when you said that you had potential CP on your computer, that you then kind of blamed them for it in the response?
Nicholas, the goat. I appreciate
Like, would
that.
your legal counsel be happy knowing this happened? That you were like, I talked to my lawyers. They told me to hold on to it. Because that's a pretty fucking... I mean, that sounds like insane to me. I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't be really happy that you went and just, I guess, blamed them about it. But I don't know. That's... Who knows, dude? You hold the cards there. I don't. Maybe they're totally down with it. And then Ethan fired back saying, a lot of folks dying on Lolly Hill today. I'm reminded of when the Vosh Lolly shit happened. Destiny defended Vosh, and I remember exactly what he said because I thought it was outrageous. He said, how old is the girl in the drawing? Oh, you mean how old is the drawing? It's a fucking drawing. Who cares? And that was what Destiny said. And everyone just kind of dismissed that at the time because he didn't want to give like a hard stance on Vosh or a hard stance on Lolly. But that was always kind of the DGG take, right? If I apologize if I'm wrong, but Destiny was always like kind of like didn't really care about Lolicon, and he also didn't really care about reaction stuff, right? So like two of the big Vosh controversy and one of the bigger Hassan controversies were ones that he really couldn't participate in. Ethan Klein should do a mass. Okay, this is me. This is what I was saying because I kept seeing all these posts. I mentioned this briefly in the beginning, and I'm going to talk about it right here. So I keep seeing all of these posts about like attacking the crew. This one was the most egregious, so I'm going to start here. The real news from yesterday's podcast isn't the change in format. It is the crew's silence on death threats against Hila Klein. Who the fuck is some random stupid retarded chatter to say like, guys, it's time to start criticizing Ethan's paid employees because they're not being vocal about death threats made to Hila Klein? You know who'd probably be the first one to get upset about that, or maybe I guess confront them about it? Probably like Hila Klein, I'd say, right? Like couldn't she just kind of defend herself there? Unless you're just going out of your way to attack Ethan's employees, which I think you are, to be clear. That's why I'm pushing this. I don't really understand why the fuck you'd care if she doesn't. Yeah, the change in format sucks, but as someone who had watched the podcast from literally day one, their chat has been through multiple format changes. It was only a matter of time before they would reverse the change, and this time, it seems like it took 12 hours. No, the real news is the crew is airtight silent on Hila receiving death threats from Hassan. None of them, other than Tom, bless his bald, magnificent, speeding dome, has said jack shit in either the podcast or the standalone video. I think that's why they probably made the standalone videos. You guys know this is like a dox war now, right? Are you guys like aware this is like a dox war that people shits, like people are calling fucking people's families? Apparently I'm hearing that's happening. Like there's like crazy shit that's happening related to this fucking like desert warfare drama. Like, who the fuck cares what a random chatter thinks? I'm pretty sure Ethan's making this call, and if he's not, I stand with the crew and not wanting to be involved in it any more than they have to be, because obviously they're a target. AB has been a target literally since fucking day one. That guy has tanked so many shots. Dude, it's bad when iDubbbz fucks over AB, but it's good when we demand AB get involved more. I don't understand this logic from this fucking Ethan Klein audience.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
A crazy level of parasocial. That's absolutely sickening. Dude, Destiny always calls shit that he doesn't agree with performative. This is what performative actually looks like. This is sickening from people who have known Hila for many years. Olivia is sure hey girlying towards Hila, and yet she doesn't say anything when Adam made fun of Hila and made threats towards her. It's like, you sound like a freak, dude. Holy fuck, dude. Like, unironically...
Nicholas,
the smartest thing that Ethan Klein can do for his group is just ban these fucking people. Just permanently excommunicate parasocial freaks from his audience. Same applies to her and the rest of the crew other than Tom, noticing multiple trends. Anything in regards to Hassan regarding his creepy Snapchat behavior, but Olivia sure was quick to tear into and storm out when Ethan pointed out a man was possibly raped on Love Island. I mean, this is just like bizarre. But people are arguing, Nick, this is not Destiny chatters. This is just like Ethan's audience being stupid, which it could be, very well could be. The crew would have been on Hassan's side. This is not in the Snark subreddit, by the way, in case you're wondering. I didn't pull this off H3 Snark. I pulled this off the main H3 subreddit. Holy fuck, dude. I like the crew, I like most people, but I struggle with cynicism. I think the situation with MAGA in the United States and Hassan's cult online has shown the average person can quite easily, given the right information or environment, engage in awful behavior. To restate, if you believe a person or a group to be morally in the wrong or have wronged you, it gives you permission to justify things that you would find reprehensible in other contexts. When Leftovers Fallout had hit and October 7th happened, Ethan was like an island for months and he was sustaining unbelievable amounts of abuse from Hassan and his community. I think if the crew were not employed by Ethan and they were not close to him, they would also be attacking Ethan as part of their pro-Palestine group because they would be drawing information from the same sources everybody else is, and it would be and they would be desperate to prove their own righteousness with regard to what's happening to the guy. This is just fucking crazy. There's absolutely nothing to substantiate this at all whatsoever. This is you crawling into their mind, having some extremely weird parasocial take, thinking that you know them well enough to judge what they would do in an entirely different circumstance. Yeah, I have no fucking idea. It's actually fucking insane. The crew is getting out of control. This one's good too. The crew is out of control, chat. It's beyond depressing to see history start to repeat itself. It feels like every time Ethan is able to form an opinion for himself, he eventually caves and capitulates to either his audience or the crew. Honestly, it feels like Ethan forgets it's his show. Why are you pandering? Like, what is happening? I tune in to watch Ethan Klein. Don't get me wrong. The crew makes the show what it is. That said, their role is their role. They're not the personality.
What's the name of the guy?
But like, so they're also getting mad that the crew keeps
Mr.
talking.
Oreo.
So the crew's talking and
What's
the crew's
the
not
answer
talking.
to, what is your date's age? And what is Taylor Lorenz's age? Is the same. Depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
You're probably a pedo.
Oh.
Also agree somewhat about the crew, but the silence with Hassan's nudes was annoying.
But like, why do they have to get involved on that? You know, it's like a huge allegation, right? I don't think that you have to I don't think you have to follow Ethan Klein into battle anytime possible. Because Ethan Klein can get emotional and say wrong shit sometimes. And I don't think that you have to tie your online fucking presence to that if you don't want to. Personally. And I also think the employee-employer relationship is different than the friend-friend relationship, right? If you're paying someone to go on your show, at some point, what you can ask of that person is less than like even a friend, right? Ultimately, like there's like you're like fucking employer, HR, you're in a completely different position than somebody who's just defending a friend of 10 years. And you have to like kind of respect that. So if you're wondering why this tweet is here or why this post is here, this is obviously coming after the Destiny segment. So people are mad that, yeah, look at this. They're jumping for joy. Now they've convinced Ethan to cover Kiwi Farm's snark slop for Destiny. So this is a guy who's really mad that Destiny got the cops called on him for saying that he alleged CSAM on his fucking hard drive to Willie Mac show. And the first thing that they did is start swinging at the crew, which is funny enough, kind of what Destiny said in his response on the video. I'm not saying that that was, just how it works, but like, yeah, Destiny took a dig at the crew, and then all of a sudden posts started popping up on H3 subreddit pointing out about how people who have hated Destiny from the very beginning were cracking jokes about how Destiny got caught by Willie Mac show. So that's kind of funny. Yeah. Oh, there was one more, but I mean, I think you kind of understand the point from here. So then Ethan finally did the right thing, and this is what I was saying. I'm like, it's probably time, right? You need to defend your employees in some capacity and get some of these fucking people out of here. So then Ethan came out and said, Destiny literally told Willie Mac on record that he has this material, unambiguously, full confession, and why the fuck he's accepting nudes from people so young. I don't know, why the fuck is he accepting nudes from people so young that they live with their parents, have braces, or do homework? Fuck that. Anyone defending Destiny is lost, and I'd be a total hypocrite to not call him out entirely. This is something that I've always passionately stood against, and what Destiny has done is pretty much as bad as anything I've seen, period. I have no desire to further litigate this, and if you have any inklings or desire to defend Destiny, I can promise you this is not the right community for you. Sorry, you can leave. I'm right. And I respect the fuck out of this statement. They're going to call it performative. They're going to call it, oh, he's getting off the Destiny ship or whatever, because if you've ever spoken about Destiny positively or at all or whatever, you might as well be like a hired paid employee from DGG or something, because that's, I guess, how people make their money these days. But regardless, I mean, I respect the fuck out of the statement. I agree with him unambiguously. I think you guys should fuck off and get out of here. But I said this in January. I don't know why people are still here now. What happened was I was critical of Destiny, published fucking 9 videos about like the Pixie stuff. And then we started critiquing Hassan Piker. So they started crawling back to watch me make fun of Hassan. And now they're like, whoa, surprise Pikachu, that I still think that their favorite streamer is a piece of shit. So this is where we started going back and forth. I saw this comment. I saw the comments that he made about Gila Klein. I saw the comments that he made about the crew. I saw the comments that he made about Ethan. And then I finally said something, because then I saw the comments that he made about Willie's wife and kind of playing into like the direct bad empanada thing. And the big response to this was, Nick, he's obviously joking. It's like, yeah, he's joking about Willie's wife who got doxxed by his Kiwi Farms because of the relation that Destiny had to Willie Mac, or the presumed relation that Destiny had to Willie Mac that was shared by Bad Empanada, who spread these rumors. This is obviously happening on the 23rd. It is obviously in retaliation to Willie publishing the video, leaking his DMs. It is so obviously spite-driven, but all these DGGers are going to come in here and defend this because it's Destiny's offline chat. that always gets posted to social media, that always ends up on fucking Yeet's Twitter or something, that is guaranteed to get clicks. Like, he's posting this stuff here specifically so people find it and repost it all over social media. That's the intention of why he's doing this. And you don't have to take that from me. He said that he snuck information about Rose on there so the Kiwi Farms people could dox her. That was what he said. If he didn't think that people were going to see these comments and they're like an offline chat, it's a stream chat, it's very public, by the way, just to be clear. If he thought this was an offline chat where he could just talk or whatever, then why would he admit to putting Rose information in there, hoping that people could use that information to find and dox her, and then mention it on stream, kind of taking credit in some capacity for it? So yeah, I tweeted Destiny is targeting Willie Maxshow's wife, and he cool guyed his way through it. I'm sorry, I would like to ask forgiveness today from my audience. In anger, I spoke and I fabricated lies about small Willie Max's wife. She is not, in fact, a foreign asset. It's like, this is not the point. I'm not saying that that you went to Israel and they offered to let you fuck Willie Max's wife, marry her, and come back to the States. It's very obvious this comment is in jest. I'm going after you and saying you're targeting Willie Maxshow's wife because you're invoking her as soon as you get into a fight with him. You look like a total pussy for that. Especially when he gets doxxed, literally due to association with you. You look like a huge piece of shit for that. So then I post this. And I respond, well, now that I have your attention, why did you tell Willie that you had to store archives of alleged CSAM material for your court case and then lie to your audience on stream about it? This is a better apology, even considering the sarcasm, than anything you've delivered to the women that you've totally fucked over.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Gosh, I'm beginning to think the D of EHD isn't a good guy.
Well, that's the thing. He's literally just like a rage cow now. He just will say or do anything at any given moment to deal damage to people who are mean to him on any given day. It's like a Bo Blaxian impulse that these people seem to get.
Always do the possible.
But yeah, obviously this was completely misconstrued. Like the Destiny is targeting Willie Maxshow's wife. I said he's mad that Willie correctly reported him to the police and is now leaning into bad empanada lies. Hassan Piker is clearly talking about his West Bank. Okay, so this is me comparing how DGG treated the clip that was clipped out of context. Hassan Piker clearly talking about the West Bank settlers and the IDF in the region, but also commenting on Hila Klein in past tense. This is a dog whistle. And then he put the, you could justify, like, blanking Hila Klein in current day. Then Destiny rages out against like literally every person who's been mean to him in the past 24 hours. He starts saying that Ethan Klein is a Zionist genocidal supporter. Hila Klein is a genocidal IDF maniac. He makes jokes directly repeating the false allegations by Bad Empanada towards Willie's wife, right? And then everyone's like, actually, Nicholas, this is just simply satire and you're retarded. They're able to grasp the undertones in Hassan Piker's post of things that were clipped entirely out of context, but they can't see why Willie would potentially be upset that Destiny is now fucking posting about his wife after he got reported to the police. Like, they can't parse that information. It doesn't, the elevator in their mind just doesn't make it to the top floor on that one, which is really funny. So yeah, he said that in response. And then I go and I get a clip of his live stream. And this has got to be the funniest one. This has to be the funniest one.
I'm not going to play this game of every single time some insane person releases some random screenshot or piece of paper or whatever that I'm going to come and run through all these communities and try to give some crazy explanation for whatever else. Because one, the only thing that's happening is I see that every single thing I possibly say gets either misconstrued or drawn out to the most absurd reality possible.
I absolutely hate when this happens. So that's past Nick, because I obviously responded to this immediately when I got to it and I didn't wait for stream. So yeah, he hates when people take things and misconstrue them, right? Like, it's absolutely horrible when people just make things up about the stuff you're saying and then use that to dismiss you publicly.
Every single thing I possibly say gets either misconstrued or drawn out to the most absurd reality possible.
I absolutely hate when this happens. I totally agree with him. It happens all the time. Like, somebody will go and take a tweet, for example, and hop on stream and just completely lie about the context to their entire fucking audience, and thousands of people think that you said something that you didn't say.
Nicholas DeOrio Cakes or whatever is saying that I'm threatening Willie's wife.
Okay, so he just got over saying that he hates when people just straight up lie about context or manipulate context. And now he's telling his audience that are like brigading the fuck out of my Twitter that I said he threatened Willie's wife. That doesn't even exist in the context of what was showed. When the fuck did I say that he threatened Willie's wife?
Because I said she was a Mossad agent, which, because I have to clarify, was a joke, okay?
It was such a good joke. Also, I literally never fucking said that. I said targeting Willie's wife, and you're like, well, Nick, you're just fucking... Dude, there's a huge difference between saying Destiny is like going after Willie's wife and Destiny is threatening Willie's wife. That is a huge escalation, dude. And it's only really funny because he had just gotten over talking about how people are just making bizarre, unhinged claims and taking them entirely out of context. I said that you are targeting Willie's wife, which is exactly what you're doing because you're mad that Willie reported you to the police because you told him you had alleged child porn on your computer. Then you jumped into your chat and you started talking shit about everybody, and one of the things you included was talking about Willie Mac Show's wife. And then, after all that was said and done, you responded to me, and for some reason just didn't answer when I asked you about all that alleged CSAM material on your computer, so I figured this is like a better opportunity to ask you about it. And I don't think you responded to this one. I didn't see a response, at least. And I didn't see a response to when I tweeted that either. But he was talking about how... I think his big gotcha return fire to me was that he also made up the Jew Illuminati or something. So I guess we can clarify that talking point for the boys back home. The Jew Illuminati or something. His jokes are never funny. His jokes are mean-spirited attacks on people that are dog whistling to his audience on who to go, like, fuck over. That's what his jokes are. His jokes are go fuck with those people. Again, where's the clip that I sent to Willie? Yeah, there was one clip that I saw recently. It's like, dude, this is before all of this.
Not a dox Willie a few days ago. How is this not a direct endorsement?
So yeah, they ask about Willie getting doxxed a few days ago. It's obviously prior to all
Bad
this.
Empanada and posts his stuff in other subreddits. Bad Empanada doxed Willie a few days ago. How is this not a direct endorsement of doxing if Disco works with? Because Disco will always say things like, oh, well, when I retweeted it was 2 layers deep. Right? They'll always like quote unquote disavow. But anyway, that's why I'm saying like from like a moral level, the only reason that I don't allow doxing or anything on like any of my platforms where it's against TOS is because it's against DOS. In terms of like morality or ethics, I don't give a fuck about. Well, like basically the same shit I guess I said to Willie a while ago. I don't care about any of these people. These people are absolutely f***ing unhinged and crazy.
Okay, well, who's he talking about, to be clear?
And I don't think... I'll say this too, and maybe it's just because I'm a public figure, so maybe that's why I take the stance. I think that if you're going to spend all of your entire life obsessing over and like covering drama and being so peripherally attached to doxing communities, I don't think you deserve an anonymity anyway. You should absolutely be unmasked. Everybody should know.
So if you make too much YouTube drama, you should, like, your entire fucking online anonymity should be ripped away from you. Why? Because Destiny is like a rage sped now, I guess. I don't know, because he's lost too many battles.
Peripherally attached to doxing communities, I don't think you deserve an anonymity anyway. You should absolutely be unmasked. Everybody should know who you are, and if they want to find your address and whatever, all the same shit they did to me and any of these other people involved, then
it's literally a spite-driven talking point based off of the things that have happened to him. He wants that to be inflicted on everybody else because he's hurt.
It's part and parcel of being an online figure. So
the part and parcel of being an online figure is having your anonymity ripped from your body, ripped from your fucking still beating chest. So yeah, that's what Destiny thinks about your information. So I don't know why people should care about his. I personally, when he whines and cries about his fucking revenge porn, I gotta be honest with you, it doesn't really pull my heartstrings anymore, considering I know what he thinks about me. Yeah, so that's that. Also, this is his recent response or whatever. This was posted on DGG Clips. So this is the full, I guess, cut up of what he was saying yesterday.
I've been streaming for 16 years, but this is the last one. I've never been more on...
That would be awesome. I doubt it, but that would be cool.
On edge and afraid of the walls closing in, as I am right now. Okay. Wow, how's life?
He's always been a rage fed. There always have been, and I would never explain this previously, and I would never concede this argument before. I'll concede it fucking right now. I was wrong. There were always reasons to genuinely dislike Destiny for a while, okay? I didn't want to see it. I was wrong about it. I apologize to the sector of my audience that is still here, okay? That being said, Destiny in 2025 post Pixie through these leaks is not even, he's a skeleton walking of the dude he was like 3 years ago. All right. There were always reasons to hate him, but he is very much like significantly worse on every single metric than he was years ago.
Keep going, guys. Okay. I don't know why.
But listen, I went in the Augie RFC streams. I said that I really liked his content. I watched him for a fucking year in like 2021. I will take the shit that comes with that. Absolutely. You can talk about it till the cows come home.
I do know why. Willie Mac decides to run and make a video like 2 hours after DMing me. Now I understand.
Wait, he just straight up lied again? People are now arguing that Willie Mac show waited too long. That's even the funnier part now. So basically, what night did I talk to Willie? I think he made it like the next day, but I don't have that right in front of me that I could show you. So he reaches out to me and he tells me about this, and we're talking, and Willie's chief concern, I'll say this because I don't think he'll have a problem with it. We were trying to like flesh out a little bit of like, could leaking this to the public damage a criminal investigation? And I think, because his thing was like, well, if she's not involved, what are they going to do? And I go, listen, if this guy's saying that he has alleged CSAM material on his hard drive, and if the police choose to investigate that, they don't really need the victim. They just need to confiscate the hard drive, right? Like, you don't have to go get a victim's permission if somebody gets reported for CSAM to like look through their drives. And so I didn't think that there'd be any, like, the biggest risk, I guess, would be him microwaving it or hitting it with a hammer, which was even funnier because it was happening while he was live. So if he shut off the stream, everyone would have just started saying he was going to go blow up his hard drive. So what I said to Willie is, because his voice was, I mean, I got to be honest, his voice was kind of shaky. The guy was fucking nervous. He doesn't, dude, nobody wants to be in a position where somebody has come to them and told them that they've A, committed a crime, B, done something truly horrific that doesn't reach the level of crime, but like has massive implications, right? So like Willie wasn't really fucking feeling very good when he called me. So I told him, you should just take a breather, come back to this, look at this with like a fresh set of eyes tomorrow or like the day after, and then make your decision. Because ultimately, this is obviously going to come out, but how you want to do it, you should be fucking like, you shouldn't be frantically thinking about it like 2 a.m. You should give yourself a couple of seconds here to like regroup and figure out how exactly you want. Like, do you think that he should have made the video at like 2 a.m. or something after I talked to him when I got off stream? I don't think so. I think it was better that he waited, filmed it properly the next day, and then edited the video and put it out. That was my perspective on it. But Destiny's saying that he like within 2 hours went and posted this video. It's completely lying.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Willie Mack decides to run it.
Mr. Oreo. Destiny was a good game, but the streamer was always a scumbag.
Well, Destiny and Destiny the game are kind of very similar.
Shout out to
where like
Nicholas
Destiny had
DeOrio.
really good arcs, you know? Like when Destiny was debating Vosh about like submitting to the mob, that was like the Taken King, you know? But then Mr. Girl came in and the Red Pill arc started, and then they kind of had a Shadowkeep year, and then like a Lightfall year, you know? And then something funny would happen again, and then this content would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of similarities here.
Make a video like 2 hours after DMing me. Now I understand.
And like Guardians are also like thousands of years old, so if they end up fucking any human beings and such, there'd be like 1,000-year age difference. So like there's that too.
Get it. We have to do the Destiny bad because it's too much heat from other people.
And again, dude, the Destiny bad argument only can get you so much yardage. What he's doing here is dog whistling to the communities that hate Willie to keep pushing them to go after him. That's my opinion personally. But like, if you call somebody saying you have alleged CSAM on your hard drive, or you DM somebody admitting to that, this is like a totally different scenario.
Now I understand. I get it. We have to do the Destiny bad because it's too much heat from other people. Which, listen, I get it's a lot of heat online. Okay, that's fine.
I said this to Mauler this morning at like 2 a.m. and I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but I'm going to reiterate it for you right now. You know who the real winner is? I hate to be the one to say it. This is the fucking nuclear statement of the stream, and I'm sure people are going to take issue with tons of stuff I said tonight, but the nuclear issue is the real winner here is not Kiwi Farms, it's not Solo, it's not your favorite Destiny A-logger, it's not Hassan Piker, it's not Ethan Klein, it's Boogie. It's Boogie2988. Medicare was presumed dead until 2 days ago. Destiny has been accused of having CP on his hard drive.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
Mudahar has thoroughly eviscerated his reputation by lying about being an engineer for 10 fucking years. Okay? And like, I was on that stream. I'm fucking scared. Every single person except for me so far that has called into the Lolcow podcast to confront Boogie on faking cancer has had their careers irreparably harmed in the last couple of months. I'm fucking scared, dude. The Boogie Sonichu medallion curse is in full swing.
I get it. I understand it. And Ethan, obviously, with this whole, I noticed all the comments on the video where people were like, wow, I noticed that the crew was...
So again, we're 34 seconds into this response by Destiny. We have witnessed 2 lies already.
Like very giddy and excited and happy this episode when it seems like they're usually very sullen and they don't say anything. Because anytime Ethan is criticizing his son, all of them are in the sunken place behind their desks. But when it was me, oh, they're so excited to repost or retweet or retread whatever stuff pops up online.
I'm sorry.
So the thing
I missed
is,
that. So is this the crew that he's talking about?
listen, I get it's a lot of heat online, okay? Destiny bad because it's hours after DMing me. Now I understand. I get it. We have to do the Destiny bad because it's too much heat from other people. Which, listen, I get it's a lot of heat online, okay? That's fine. I get it. I understand it. And Ethan, obviously, with this whole, I noticed all the comments on the video where people were like, wow, I noticed that the crew was...
Yeah, and so then he immediately digs into the crew, so that becomes a talking point. Like, it's very clear what his intention is behind this response. It's deny, deflect. It's Hassan Piker's fucking system.
Like, very giddy and excited and happy this episode when it seems...
Swing this towards the crew so they take the heat for it.
It's like they're usually very sullen and...
And you saw the Reddit post. They did do that. People then brigaded the subreddit and posted that shit.
They don't say anything.
Or maybe it was a real Ethan Klein fan that was swayed by Destiny's words. I apologize. We don't know for a matter of fact if it was a true DGG gay op.
Because anytime Ethan is criticizing his son, all of them are in...
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be the last of your kind, Nick?
I've been the last of my kind since Augie stopped streaming nightly, but don't worry, he's on his way back. There'll be two of us soon.
In the sunken
Since Tom Dark stopped streaming and Augie went home or whatever, dude.
place behind their desks. But when it was me, oh, they're so excited to repost or retweet or retread whatever stuff pops up
So then the immediate crew talking point, there it is.
online. So the thing is, so you know what? Actually, this guy said it best. Hold on.
Answer here. I'm trying to meet your request of giving nonstop defense because your baby ass can't defend yourself. Keemstar will make insane accusations.
Pulls up the Keemstar video.
But then he expects you.
So now Destiny's going to play the victim because Ethan Klein made a YouTube video. We showed the correction where 3/4 of the video is discussing about how he confessed to Willie to having alleged CSAM material, but the whole video is now completely invalid due to the mistake that him or the crew or both of them made, showcasing DMs that were Destiny sexting with someone else.
Is a virgin? No, I'm not.
Ultimately, you have to correct stuff like this, and the reason why you have to correct stuff like this is because disingenuous fucks like Destiny will use as much yardage as he could possibly pull from that mistake. Just like Hassan Piker did when Destiny said that you could perfectly justify killing him based on his previous statement.
To defend yourself. In fact, he likes it if you'll come on his show and defend himself. That's how his operation works. And so he goes, oh, well, he didn't say anything in his defense, so he must be guilty. Have you ever lied to anyone on YouTube? What are you, the fucking FBI? I don't have to...
I'm not going to play this game of every single time some insane person releases some random...
Now Willie's insane. He's using the same language he uses for the random whores that he meets up and makes stream fucking stream orbiters.
Screenshot or piece of paper or whatever that I'm going to come and run through all these communities and try to give some crazy explanation for whatever else. Because one, the only thing that's happening is I see that every single thing I possibly say gets either misconstrued or drawn out to the most absurd reality possible, to where Nicholas DeOrio cakes or whatever is saying that I'm threatening Willie's wife.
So then he lied about me there. We're now 1 minute and 44 seconds. We have a deny, deflect, and 3 lies. So that's good. 3 lies at this point.
Because I said she was a Mossad agent, which, because I have to clarify, was a joke, okay? I wasn't joking.
Everyone is aware that you didn't go to Israel and get offered Willie's wife. Like, that's very obvious, not like a thing that happened.
Sorry for that joke. To the best of my knowledge, okay, I can't say 100%, but to the best of my knowledge, Willie's wife is not a Mossad agent, okay? Number one. And number two, it feeds the content network for all of these people who just make content out of all my responses basically no matter what I say.
Well, you guys seem to really like the content network when it's Ethan and Hassan, but when it becomes Destiny, then it's bad, you know?
Okay. I was hoping
spite driven by any means necessary.
That I guess Ethan wouldn't have his Destiny. I know that he's been hungry to kind of show some disavowal of me because every time.
Yeah, it's because that you're like a rage cow and everything you say is poison to discourse. Like it's a legitimate problem that is happening right now.
Him and Hassan fight.
Like you take the lane of controlled opposition and make everybody else around you look worse. I said this the other day and I stand by it. I think if Destiny really hates Hassan Piker as much as he claims to have done.
The guy.
I think if Destiny really hates Hassan Piker as much as he claims he does, then he should absolve himself and let everybody else handle it. Because he obviously can't mentally get past the issues that he has with him to make actual structural arguments.
Hassan uses me as some attack vector to go after Ethan, which is weird because I mean, at least it should be proven today. I have traded a total of 2 messages with Ethan in my entire life. I've said this before. I think it was I don't even know when. It was after October 7th. when Hassan's chat was like spamming insane shit. And I went over it on stream, and I think Ethan DM'd me and he asked me, he was like, wait, where did you get the chat message from? And I told him, I think this might be 2 years ago. But I think Ethan is like so desperate to get away from the Destiny controls me narrative that he decides to do his little unhinged bullshit on a stream. Yeah, I'm going back to the where I was before, which is I'll wait until my court case is over.
Dude, hating CP is performative.
I'll go over.
Hating having CSAM material on your hard drive potentially is the most performative thing someone could say.
Filings as they come out. I realized, well, I didn't know that Willie would make a video with him crying into the camera of like, oh, this is 911. Record.
Reported this to the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
Yes.
I can talk about more of this when my bullshit ass case is over, which is hopefully.
Like Nicholas DeOrio is constantly following all the Kiwi Farm shit like the other losers. Dude, with the Kiwi Farm stuff, somebody sent me a screenshot of, I don't know what thread this was even in, but dude, I mentioned this in the other stream. It was so funny. I don't usually talk about this stuff on stream, but somebody sent me a fucking screenshot, and the Kiwi Farms thread was fighting with some guy who was arguing that it's fucked up to call it child porn, and they should be using more proper terms like adolescent porn. And I think Null just straight up banned the dude from the site, but it was like a fucking back and forth argument calling it adolescent pornography. And they're like, dude, you're wrong legally, ethically, morally. It's like a 17-year-old is not a child. It should be adolescent porn. It was like the funniest shit that I've fucking ever read.
Soon, but who knows? Whenever stuff gets read. Oh, now we've moved to the whatever, like 17, 18. Here's the thing, okay? When it comes to ages for hooking up with people in general, I feel like you can play this game, like regardless of how far you want to go. 18 and older is an adult in the United States. If people are like, oh, you should wait until they're 21, then I feel like it would just move to 21 and older. Like, oh, why are you hooking up with a 21-year-old? Or why are you hooking up with a 23-year-old? Like, listen, you're an adult. You're an adult. I don't know what the point is of moving the bar on this.
But the issue is that they might not have been an adult and you didn't do proper age verification. Because if you did, the answer wouldn't have been, well, she said she was 19.
If you think that like 18 years old is like a horrible age of people to hook up, then maybe we can make...
Isn't there a clip of Destiny saying that like an 18-year-old is like a fucking child to him or something? Is that in the fucking video where he like, because you know when people do, it's like the Gator thing we looked at earlier, people overcompensate extremely hard for stuff. Wasn't there a clip where he's just like, dude, an 18-year-old is like a fucking kid, dude? I think that, yeah, does anyone have that clip? It'd be so funny to play that over this. I didn't even, because I don't pre-watch this stuff. And I encourage you to watch Destiny's full stream about it. Because I'm sure there'll be very funny things. But yeah, dude, holy fuck. Dude, does anybody have that? It was 19? Was that what it was?
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Is like...
Moral offense? Who cares? Everyone in the chat says 19 is legal, Steven. So what are you going to do now?
So why didn't she fight the court about being a and bear your child?
Yeah, because whether you like it or not, physical intimidation on a 19-year-old who is already mentally feeble in some way, who has difficulties processing information from the world in the same way that others do, whether you like it or not, intimidation and violence changes choice. And that's the saddest thing in my life, to have seen this woman be violently and
oh, this is the fucking okay.
Would you want to talk to them about this shit, or you just want to?
Yeah,
like,
bring me on. Dude, he's really happy to get in this debate.
Bring
me on.
I mean,
oh yeah,
it's not gonna be a very pleasant show because he's gonna come and he's gonna drop all sorts of falsity, and I'm gonna be responding the same thing all over again, which is, yeah, those were allegations.
Bring him in.
They were not found to be proved by a court.
Bring him in.
If you think there is an entertainment value to this,
thing, right? She's totally locked there, and she's his. That is fucking disgusting. His baby, okay? She has nobody else that she can talk to, no support network. Now she has his baby, okay? She has no job, right? She has no real education, right? She's totally locked there, and she's his. That is fucking disgusting, okay? And that's kind of why, like, the fact that he's still...
God, wait, this is it. This is fucking it. Here it is.
Oh, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay? I'm a real adult, okay? If your mom and dad, if you live with your mom and dad still pay all of your bills.
Or if you have braces.
You're still a virgin. You've never been in a relationship. You don't go to school. You've never even had a job before. You've never lived...
Well, we know this one had a job because she was selling her nudes online.
...lived on your own. You're a child. You're very much a child. You don't know what it's like to wake up and go into work, to work a job you hate because you have to pay a bill, okay? You don't know what it's like to have to make a decision between getting kind of a cool car and a piece of shit car because you can't afford it.
Thank you.
You don't know what it's like to get called in to have to work an extra fucking shift because you don't, right? You don't have any life experience. You don't know anything about anything. You're a child. So all the people in chat, they're like, no, 19 years old, that's an adult. That's an adult. Dog. No. No. Like, think that, like, 18 years, if you're an adult, you're an adult. I don't know what the point is of moving the bar on this. If you think that, like, 18 years old is, like, a horrible age of people to hook up, then maybe we can make, like, tax brackets for hookup consent.
I miss the old Destiny. You know, they call me the, what do they call me? They call it the guy who hands out the reality checks, dude. I miss the old Destiny.
I don't know. It's just funny to see the bar moving on this. I don't care. Whatever. Listen.
Dude, when Destiny was younger, he had more normal arguments in relation to, dude, I can't. As he's gotten older, he's gotten much more loose on dating people in the 18-19 bracket.
I said before, okay? Whatever you've read about me online or whatever you want to post about me, it's true and worse, okay? All of it is true and worse, okay? The feds are coming. The cases are mounting. The Mossad and the KGB are tracking, okay? They will be here one day. I've been streaming for 16 years, but this is the last one, okay?
It'd be so awesome, though, if he wasn't. But obviously, he's going to. He's joking.
The walls are closing in this time.
Yeah.
For real, for real, for real, okay? They're closing in. I swear to God they are, all right? I've never been more on edge and afraid of the walls closing in as I am right now, okay? I just want to know why you talked to...
It's just like meme through it. Oh, why did you talk to Willie about this?
Willie Mack at all? I don't remember. I think he messaged me on something. But I mean, I'd been in communication with him.
He reached out to you specifically asking for clarification on the story that he had with an interview he did with you where you denied that.
I just didn't expect him to run and fucking make a fucking YouTube video in 2 seconds based off some DMs with us. Obviously, I would have approached that conversation with a lot more care in terms of how I'm phrasing things, obviously. But you know what? Listen, whatever you want to believe what you want, okay? Inshallah, ABH3. Oh, I'm so glad he finally found his voice. I wonder how awkward it feels when...
Dude, it's so obvious. You have to go after AB, dude. You gotta go after AB. Get away from me, dude. Oh, yeah, this whole thing that's happening with me right now. Oh, fuck that shit, dude. Look at AB. Oh, he found his voice, dude. He won't even criticize Hassan Piker.
His boss is sitting there railing on his Turkish idol, and he has to sit there and hold his tongue the entire time, knowing that he's getting fucked by Hassan's entire fan base the entire time, regardless.
Wait, I literally didn't even realize it was this direct. It is just wide open. Yeah.
And they're being a spineless cook. Actually,
dude, people are arguing. I didn't see this clip. People are arguing that I'm being like way too hard. Destiny's literally putting like a call to action. Maybe not a call to action. That's probably too far. But Destiny's literally making this argument, and then it just spawns in on Ethan Klein's subreddit. That's so funny.
Isn't helping him at any part of this whatsoever. But that's okay. And Ethan has to feel bad too, because he's sitting there while his whole fucking crew is awkwardly staring at him because nobody wants to participate.
Like, you have to attack Ethan, but how do you do it? You have to go through his crew.
It's all good. H3 has been a girly pop gossipy channel for a while now. His audience is likely majority women who watch things like RuPaul and talk pop culture, celebrity relationships.
What is 4650?
A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me.
Okay, that's the worst clip. You're right. I cut that too quick. I'm sorry. I apologize. I cut that too quickly.
Okay, I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's
okay. That's the worst. That's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst clip. That's the worst clip.
Okay, I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the fucking same, dude. Don't give me this fucking, just because of some legal age of consent, whatever bullshit, I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old fucking freshman in school as I would a fucking sophomore in high school. Any type of inclination towards any of those people is really fucking weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay? I'm a real...
Yeah, I missed that part. That was like that was why we were there. Okay, so I apologize. I wasted your time. That was the clip we were... Yeah, that's the one. Yeet, tweet that now. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Ooh, I don't know if that one's gonna get tweeted. I was looking for all the clips of this stream, and I noticed that all my normal clip outlets that post all the clips just didn't have any. They just didn't have any of the clips from Destiny's response. I don't know what. I guess maybe he was busy that day. I don't know what happened. I
actually
like Yeet, but man, I mean, you gotta cover this. I'm sorry.
I feel like the H3 fan base for the most part is
actually one of the more chiller fan bases on the internet. I think it's because, not to pull my woke card out.
Dude, the audience is really chill. They agree with all my positions, but their streamer is a big dick, and his fucking employees, they're cowering little pussies.
But I think it's because,
dude, it's so funny that you're crying that they dox like your entire fucking extended employee base, but then you're like pushing for people to go, oh, you have to talk about Hassan Piker. You have to talk about Hassan Piker, AV. You're a coward. You're dude, it's like, how could you possibly be sitting here playing the victim that everyone associated with you as getting doxxed, and then try to thrust these people into war?
What's the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
because it's like probably a little bit more women versus men. Like it wouldn't surprise me if that fan base was like 40% women. But then also because they do kind of like more pop culture-y stuff, it does get a bit more grounded. Like I see
Nick, he literally uploaded a video on the stream while you were live. Okay, well, thank you to Yeet for doing that. But like, this was yesterday. You know, I mean, like, I gotta be honest, but this is like, we're a fucking day behind here. These clips should have been up already, but just saying.
a lot of comments popping up, even in that.
Like, I love Yeet, but like, any other time I'm looking for a clip, it's already been posted like 12 hours before I need it.
H3 subreddit about how like all politics streamers are cancer and all of those communities are cancer. And that's comments popping up. Even in that H3 subreddit, like more pop culture-y stuff, it does get a bit more grounded. Like I see.
So he's talking about how, like, the reasons why he likes the community.
A lot of comments popping up, even in that H3 subreddit about how like all politics streamers are cancer and all of those communities are cancer. And that's.
Oh, not Yeet, Nick Destiny did? Oh, what do you mean? Yeah, I'm watching it right. What are you talking about?
It's about like.
Yeah, he posted it on his channel, but we're here.
95% correct. It is a special type of cancer. Although again, I would point my fingers to Hassan and shit for that.
Oh, it's all Destiny's fault, dude. It's all Destiny's fault.
And AB and all the little people that are hiding behind the desks that are too afraid to say anything in those segments, I would say that those people are like, you can point fingers directly at
Dude,
those.
they cry when we criticize Erudite because she went on stream sweeping up after him after the Pixie allegations, saying that what was it, like anything short of a conviction? What was that her thing? She was pulling into the conviction line, right? Oh, we can't criticize Erudite, but you can demand that fucking AB speaks up about this?
Types of people to blame. I think it would be way more interesting and more fascinating to have policy-oriented debates. If somebody disagrees on Israel-Palestine, you know, we can fight over the massacres, you know, in Iran or other places pre-48, you know, justify or pre-40, justify all the back and forth fighting and who's right or wrong. Like, I think those would be super interesting and fascinating discussions to have, but nobody wants to have those conversations. They just want to call everybody a pedophile, a sex pest, or whatever the fuck.
Bro! We're not lining up to make shit up, dude! You told Willie that you have fucking alleged CSAM on your fucking hard drive, and you got on stream and lied about it. What do you think people are gonna conclude about that? Oh, the concluders are out in full force. Yeah, because you fired up a stream and you fucking lied. Of course that's what people are gonna conclude.
What else? Hold on, wait. I just had another random fan snap me nude.
To be fair, you criticized Erudite more than you did Dan or Straighterade. I did an entire stream on Dan, and Straighterade is a literal glup shitto who megalol. Nobody knows who the fuck Straighterade is, so of course, yeah, obviously.
Check this out. I'm showing it to all my friends right now. How old is she? Oh.
Actually, you didn't criticize this person enough. It's like, I think I did more than enough.
I have no idea, but check this one out too. And this one out too. And this one out too. But yeah, I think, listen, if that's what people want online politics to be, then fucking, I guess that's what online politics could be. It is what it is. AB, Olivia, and Dan are cucked Hassan agents that never defend Ethan. When they beef, it's insane.
I didn't realize when I preempted this that it was gonna be this obvious when I watched the clip. I actually didn't realize this.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's also by design too. Oh God, I want to give them charity. It's by design too, because anytime these people step out and criticize Hassan, that entire network of people is also going to come out and harass all of those people as well, right? So AB, Olivia, and all those people, if they don't toe the lefty line, you know, they're going to come under huge fire.
Bro, they don't like you. They have been vocal about not liking you.
From that side as well, so they kind of
that's why they talked about it.
Have to, because if you don't toe the line on their side, then they're going to get called token figures or, you know, Uncle Toms or whatever else. So I mean, like, to be fair, they're in a rough position as well. So, but I mean, like, it's whatever. That's okay. Take a deep breath. Oh, I feel like I need to do like a 1 month video game break, maybe. How is it that after every drama/scandal involving you is over and settled down, you seem to somehow get right back into it? Because like 95% of it is bullshit, and I don't know, it is what it is.
Dude, and again, it's like, oh, they keep retreading the same old information. It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. But you know whose tactic this is? It's Hassan's again. Every time a new video comes out, bro, I've literally fucking responded to this like 100 fucking times. No, I'm not gonna watch the content nuke on my platform. This is the same fucking Reactgate bullshit drama that all these guys keep making the same videos about. I'm not gonna engage with it at all. It's the same exact fucking arguments. But now it's just Destiny.
And have a penchant for dealing with crazies online, I guess. Have you sworn off friendships with content creators? Yeah, kind of. I'll say this again, and I don't think
I feel like this guy swears off fucking all friendships with all YouTubers once a month.
Message can't carry.
Didn't he do this last year? Didn't he enter his no new friends arc? Like,
the thing that's the most annoying, I think, about all of this is that she was actually 12. No, I'm just kidding. The thing that's the most annoying about all of this is that I think a lot of people, and I keep seeing these comments pop up on my own subreddit. I might have permabanned you for this also. By the way, if I permabanned you, just email the mods and they'll unban you, okay? The most annoying thing is like people keep thinking that all of this drama keeps popping up like every month, every 6 months, like over and over and over again. But it's not. It's the same fucking story that gets rehashed or refiltered in a slightly different way from the revenge.
It's like, I'm sorry, dude, but like, it's not the same repackaged story. It is like significant details that were alleged at the time that appear to be true now.
Leaks at the end of 2024. Like it's the same story over and over again with a new twist or a new thing or a new added whatever. But people have this perception that there's like a crazy thing happening like every few months. But it's not a crazy thing happening every few months. It's just a stupid shit from this person I talked to back in 2022, 2023.
Ban's friendships not gooning. Okay, you missed the dialogue. You don't know the lore. Okay, so Destiny said that the reason this behavior doesn't happen anymore and he's not quote-unquote gooning this much is because he's on Vyvanse now. And now that he's on Vyvanse, right, it has like stunted his sexual urges, so he's cured of this obsession.
2020, yeah, it's just annoying. Can you respond to Willie's reply? Because to be honest, your defense is not convincing. Good, I hope it's not. But the reality is
oh no, I hope it's not convincing, guys. That was the intention.
Reply, because to be honest, your defense is not convincing. Good, I hope it's not. But the reality is literally every single thing I've said has gotten twisted and has gotten morphed or moved to like the most ridiculous.
Dude, as soon as he gets caught saying that he has alleged CSAM on his computer, then all of a sudden everything's getting twisted and no one is a fucking valid good faith actor.
Ridiculous fucking shit in the universe. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up and not talk about this until my court case is over.
Yeah, guys. Oh, hey, listen, I'm in a pickle right now. Court case. Can't talk about it. Court case. Meanwhile, this guy's like talking about his fucking court case in his offline chat, and he's taking fucking swings at Pixie on fucking social media. It's so performative, Destiny, that you're going off on the court case thing again.
Okay, because I'm bounded. I'm restricted like 15 different ways from saying stupid shit, such that
you're restricted. You broke the shackles. You broke the shackles during like week 2.
Talking about
you got fucking YouTube videos talking about your court case.
A hearing that I had with Pixie, like their lawyers already like 2 days ago, like moved to file a motion. It was like, we're trying to get this thing sealed, and he's still talking about the transcript and blah blah blah. So like, no, it's not worth it. Because none of it is obviously doing me any favors anyway. So yeah, this is not an argument that I'm going to win at the moment publicly, which is fine. But just have to wait until my...
It's never just enough for Destiny to say something in plain English. If he could say that he did it, and the chat will be like, there's probably a perfectly logical explanation for that. Dude, I literally can't. I literally can't. It's so fucking funny.
But the problem is that he has to. So the problem is that he literally has to.
This guy will say something in plain English that is objectively wrong by everyone's definition, and some fucking asshole will fire up a stream being like, he had to have the CP. He had to have the alleged CSAM on his hard drive.
If he has a court case with Pixie for sending those photos to Rose, then he cannot delete anything that him and Rose sent to each other.
Even CSAM. Got it. Okay, cool.
Case is over. I'm genuinely asking this is, how is it that you don't break down when it seems you have friends moving around every few weeks? I've been watching you for 3 years. I'm a new viewer, and it seems you have friend changes every few weeks, and everyone turns on you every so often, except Dan. I understand.
Yeah, it's never you being the problem. It's just all these fucking wretched orbiters that you keep inviting to your palace.
And the online world is a wild place, but I believe that what the average person thinks is important, not for something about how you maneuver in life that makes sense. My baseline, I've said this a lot. I don't think people believe me when I say this. Generally, if somebody has a hard time understanding me, or if somebody thinks there's something that just doesn't make sense, usually just because people don't take what I say at face value, which is fine. I don't care. That's because I'm a secret manipulator slash mentalist slash whatever else. My expectation for people online is already as low as it possibly can be. Like, this kind of every online friendship, there's just like a fuse attached to it.
I recommend
Thank
watching
you.
Nicholas
Appreciate it.
DeOrio's latest video.
I made it to my favorite hard R streamer. Oh, dude. Yeah, this guy, he's a literal hard R streamer if you're in on the joke.
With the timers and the fuse. That's just how I approach it. So it is what it is. Although to be fair, for the Ethan stuff, we didn't even have a bridge or relationship. So what are you gonna do? Destiny, your issue is that politics is so virtue heavy that if you do things like hook up with people over a decade younger, you'll get attacked. Shouldn't you adjust a bit in that regard? So I'll say the same thing I think I already said at the beginning of the stream, but I'll say over and over again. All of this drama is drug up from old conversations. It's the same thing getting recycled over and over and over again. That's like
it's so disingenuous to not, I guess, acknowledge the fact this is a significant fucking new detail.
None of this is from 2024. None of this is from 2025. Like, it's all just old recycled shit. Also, I'm not running for office, so it's not like I'm trying to be a fucking politician or some shit. Okay, this is my last response to any of this, and then I'm done. Okay, I'm not talking about any of this because literally none of this is helping me publicly. So there's literally no point in doing this. Destiny said if you can't respond to the Lapidus court case.
Dude, I'm never talking about this again. Anyway, immediately pulls up Willie's Twitter. It's amazing.
See, fair enough if true. I think you should probably get on stream with his legal counsel and have them explain why having alleged CP since November is okay in this instance and legal. I've not seen one lawyer agree with this. I don't know how fucking retarded you have to be to think that, one, that any lawyer would ever agree to do this. The whole point, like, why?
Because he's saying that your lawyer didn't tell you to keep CP. I don't understand this guy. Dude, oh, this is fucking satire. You're criticizing satire? It's like, yeah, dude, he's telling you that there's no way your lawyer told you that you need to keep CP for your case, right? So he's asking your lawyer to come on and explain it if you're too much of a bitch to explain it to everybody else. Because, again, he's getting on stream being like, I don't have any of this on my hard drive. Ignore the DM.
Would your lawyer ever counsel you in a public setting, in a public forum? Part of the whole, like, benefit of patient-client confidentiality or... not patient, lawyer-client confidentiality.
Is that an admission? Just wait. Just wait. It takes on another fucking form in a minute.
Is that these conversations aren't...
People are like, is that an admission? Meanwhile, then Destiny tweeted out, Ethan, when he finds out his dad was also a pedophile. So they're playing the clips of them talking about, like...
I know.
21 and 6.
Here.
Wow, look at you guys here.
Dad's 21 and I'm 16.
Dude, if that happened today...
So this is the stuff that we were bringing up, like, I think, like 5 years ago. Right? But the dude, he posts this to get an easy W, and then his caption is, Ethan, when he finds out his dad was also a pedophile. How do you, like, is this the joke? Is the joke to now, like, are we owning the pedo thing here? Are we like memeing it now? Is that it? Are we going full fucking, full DGG mode here, dude? Where is it? Yeah, this is my favorite one, dude. Dude, also, dude, what's going on in Factorio down there? What's happening, bro? Also, yeah, dude, again, this is a banger tweet, and then it just says also, and you're like, oh, fuck, okay, that's not good. That's not good.
Accessible to the public. So the idea that any law firm would agree, oh, hey, let's do some legal counseling in a public setting is beyond fucking stupid. Number one. Number two, to assume that I'm not, like, in contact with anybody or having conversations about things that are going on is also beyond fucking retarded. But it's not. Sorry, hold on. I keep fucking up with this, okay? It's not retarded, okay? This is intentional.
There's no hard R here, dude.
I understand, like I said before, I understand that people catch a lot of heat when they are associated with me. And so sometimes you have to do the performative, like, oh my God, like, is OBS recording? I got a report. Like, I get it, okay? But don't pretend that you're, like, after some...
So now he's being performative when he called the police. That's amazing.
Actual information or actually... Because if anybody gave a fuck about any of that at all, there would be a lot more questions for other people involved. But listen.
Oh, dude, yeah, the only way that we could care about victims is if we go after the people that it would be opportune to target for you, the streamer, who is literally the reason why we're having these conversations. If you didn't do insanely weird fucking shit, like distribute people's pictures without their knowledge, those people's pictures would not be out there right now. I understand you were hacked.
Nicholas!
Okay? The only reason that hack material exists in the first place is because you sent it.
Imagine how much nicer the world would be if Destiny would remember his Fifth Amendment right.
Yeah.
The right to shut up.
Dude, he needs to absolve himself of all responsibility by targeting parties of people that nobody knows. Dude, you know who told this better than anybody? Hassan fucking Piker. He's like, dude, they're going after you because you're a huge fucking streamer and nobody knows who the fuck that is. Yeah, it's a given. The guy that hacked this and says he has 60 gigabytes of fucking child porn on his hard drive is a fucking bad dude. I also have no idea who that is.
I get it. Okay. Okay.
And yeah, he probably should go to jail. That doesn't absolve you of every fucking criticism.
That's really it. I'm not feeding this. I'm not feeding this machine any longer. We will chat more once my case ends, which is either in 1 month, 6 months, or 1 year. I guess. Whatever. Yeah. Does Olivia have any political opinions? She seems culturally so.
Oh, now we're taking questions on individual fucking Ethan Klein. Oh, it's so funny.
Socialist, but I would sort of say the same thing about someone even Ludwig or even Atriarch. I think most of his non-ego. I have no idea. I don't know the political positions of anybody on the H3 show. I just know that they were
fielding questions on Olivia's political fucking thing, and he's just it's just showing that he's literally just spiteful that they fucking don't like him, and they spoke up during the video about him.
Most of his non-ego. I have no idea. I don't know the political positions of anybody on the H3 show. I just know that they were, all of them are in an awkward position because obviously they did leftovers with the sun for a while. A lot of them are very, I'm trying to think of a nicer word than like beholden or captured by, because that makes them sound like they're children. But like, obviously there's a lot of audience pressure, not even from the H3 audience though, but from other people related to the staff. So they're in weird spots. I had a crazy woman e-stalk me last year and it turned my life into a mini nightmare. It stemmed from one of those girl groups like the App T. It was total BS, but when men are being accused of anything by women, the burden to defend yourself, keep in mind.
Bro, when is the conservative arc starting? I am ready, dude, for the fucking the 3-term Trump 2028 run by Destiny.
I'm not even.
It's coming, dude. Any day now. The conservative grift will begin.
Being accused of anything by a woman at all.
He's gonna put up a tweet being like, "Mom, I'm coming home," and it's just gonna be him with like a big fucking him wearing a red tie at his next event.
Right now, right? This might be the first. Well, actually, I don't know. This is the first time that somebody's tried to cancel somebody for somebody's alleged age when the victim isn't even making any of the accusations. It's just fucking, it's just other third parties. Jesus. I don't know. I don't agree with all your BS, but you're not some beacon of morality for me or anything. These people judging us nonstop are living in deluded reality where they find the person they're desperately missing. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even care. Listen, you want to judge me for whatever bullshit, that's fine. But it's just like the idea that like I'm some like pedophile seeker of, like the whole Anna drama was probably some of the most infamous woman drama on stream, and she's like my age. What?
No, you don't understand, dude. I can't be a pedophile, dude. I fucked adults. Yeah, that's not like, dude, that's just not the right answer. It's not even, I'm not even asking the question. That's not the right answer.
What are you gonna do? One must.
Dude, there was an infamous woman drama where I fucked an adult. It's like, what? Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I'm so glad.
Imagine. Destiny happy. True. I love pushing the boulder up the hill. Listen, bro, I'm on a first name basis, okay? With multiple field officers here. They come to my house all the time. I basically just have, the reason why my stream is late on Fridays is because I have like my Friday afternoon coffee, okay, with my local FBI field office agents. where they go through the weekly reports on me. And I'm like, did you really want to kill this guy? It's like, no, that was a meme. It's like, okay. Why is Dan backing off? Because people are spam calling his fucking wife's workplace and harassing his family. Yeah. But hey, listen.
So yeah, that's Destiny's response, dude. This wouldn't have happened if Destiny owned a fire pit. No matter how this ends up, we can all agree that Destiny is a girl's name. Don't let this distract you from the fact that Destiny was wrong about, is that Men in Black? This happened a few hours, editor. Was there even a bridge to burn? Olivia barely interjects during the drama segments. Why go after her? Because some chatter gave him the opportunity on a silver platter to bash her. Because I imagine maybe she said something mean, or maybe she didn't say anything at all. I have no idea. But that's the target. Yep. Ethan drops a late night message to Destiny saying he's disappointed. I think this message was probably the cringy one that Ethan posted. I don't know if he really deserves this fucking "Dear Mr. I'm too good to call or write my fans" type beat, but Steven, you are a very smart, funny guy. I gotta do the music for this, Ethan. I'm sorry. This is a little much, dude. It's a little much. Hold on. Where's the? Let me grab this. They're gonna give me my fucking. Where's dude? The fucking go-tos aren't here. Where are they? There we go. This doesn't really fit. I need, something. Oh, here, got it. Steven, you are very smart and a funny guy. I've been following your career for a long time. Since you were cleaning carpets between StarCraft games, I saw you transition into a full-time streamer, which, as someone who is also working a 9-to-5, I found it really inspiring. It was soon after I took the same chance on myself, and inspired partly by you, I became a full-time content creator. Later on, I came around to your political streaming content in a genre that you pioneered. You've had such a long and accomplished career that anyone would be extremely proud of. I am genuinely sad about the great potential that you had and for what was thrown your way because vices took over your life. As a parent, you know the implications and ramifications of chatting with a 15-year-old. You know how a teenager looks up to adults that they admire and how easily they can be manipulated. The time for irrelevant jokes is over. You need help. This is a long pattern of sexual deviancy with teenagers, and I hope you take all the time to understand what inside you is missing, and why that would urge a grown man to flirt with a 15-year-old. I am not taking pleasure in any of this. It's all very sad. I do hope you find the help and peace you need, because children deserve better. Now, people were saying that he got Rose's age wrong. What he's talking about here is the fucking Medicare jailbait clip. Can I pull this up really quickly? Jailbait is such a gross fucking term, but you know that's probably the best way to describe it. The way he was talking about it. Medicare, Destiny. It's like a long one. No, it's not the Medicare Destiny one. It's this. Yeah, hold on. It's like the 6-hour convo. I should be able to get... Oh, fuck, there's no timestamps on this video. We covered this last time. I'm going to reiterate it one more time. So they go on this conversation right here.
Down on his attraction to this 15-year-old in a debate with someone named Mr. Medicare.
Of course, of this chat log, I was talking with a bunch of other esports guys, and we were basically talking about how crazy the fucking jailbait is in the gaming communities. It's ridiculous. I think I said something along the lines of, like, there are 15-year-old chicks that are, like, hot as fuck that will, like, try to send you pictures to, like, fuck you at events and shit, and it's, like, you have to be really careful when you navigate that.
So what is the admitting to jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation to?
I never admitted to jerking off. I think I just said, like, this, I think the log is something like this 15-year-old chick was trying to send me, or was sending me pictures of herself, and she was hot as fuck. It's, like, really hard to, like, turn down some of these people. I think
Wait, how old was she?
She said she was 15.
So you did get pictures from a 15-year-old?
Not nudes, though. Sorry, I should specify. And I think a couple pics of her, like, at the beach or some shit, but,
in swimwear?
Yeah.
So he ended up posting that picture to his group chat being like, look at this girl, or whatever. Like, that's what they're talking about, right? That's what's coming up here. So yeah. Then we covered that one already. Yeah, I don't know. I just think this is... And then Destiny said, me after smashing the post button on my last IG story. I don't post directly on X because it's too toxic, so I limit myself to 25 stories a day about X posts, and I stumble into some free snacks for my kids, and it's him stepping in shit. So now he's also doing the... Now he's making the poop jokes, too. It's like this guy will literally defend you the entire way, and the minute that you have a slight, he goes back and reiterates all the talking points from the fucking snark communities against you. Basically entirely out of spite. And this is that one again. Yeah, so Destiny responded saying, you need help? I'm clapping and crying. You learned so much from Hassan. More than Hassan than he ever could have hoped. And now we've come full circle on the snark train. I hope CPS can save your children before the worms turn them into RFK clones. Gas bag. So he's just... And now he changed his bio to free Palestine, right? From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Like, this is the way that he's handling this right now. This is a generational crash out from Destiny. It's like, well, you don't understand, Nick. This is actually satire right now. You have to have a very high IQ to engage with Destiny's arguments. This is pathetic. This is absolute... Yes, it is satire. It's also fucking pathetic, dude. It is so fucking cringe. But again, Destiny's exactly what I've been saying he was all fucking week, going all the way back to the previous fucking drama about the comment he made about Hassan and the perfect example, perfect excuse, or perfectly... what was the one where he's talking about how you could justify killing Hassan Piker in current day. So this is the tomfoolery thing I keep referring back to. Tomfoolery did a response stream on Destiny, and I just need to hear some of this. I need to hear tomfoolery's position on all this stuff so I can better form my own opinion, because I can't make one for myself. Refresh.
Really has to. That
depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all of our messages.
What we're watching right now is the last guy off the ship who hasn't quite taken the step yet.
When that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video open.
The problem is that he has to, though. The problem is that he literally has to. That if he has a court...
He's just repeating what Destiny wrote in the message. The problem is, I read Destiny's message, and he has to.
Case with Pixie for sending those photos to Rose, then he cannot delete anything that him and Rose sent to each other. He has to have
Read yourself
all.
Keffel's tweet.
Thank you!
Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Using satire to lambast the point and using satire to dodge the point are not the same thing. Something Destiny can't understand.
Well, I said this the other night. I think that Destiny uses satire to publish a bunch of jokes about, like, wanting to fuck kids, because he has so many weird takes in the past that are constantly reiterated and brought up, and he's oversaturating the market with obvious jokes to trip people up or make people think it's like a big meme, right? When he talks about wanting to fuck fucking Courtney when she was on a tricycle or something, I think all of those aren't just edgy jokes. They're engineered pieces of content that people will then reference incorrectly, like, by the way, Boblax, so we can dismiss them. I think that's what's happening right now. Destiny falls back on the satire sword every time he's in a position where he's on the back foot. Oh, let me just start memeing my way through. Meme my way through it, fire up the stream my way through it, fucking deny, deflect, continue. It's literally Hassan Piker video tactics.
Of their logs. He legally cannot delete any of it. He legally has to have all of it. So while I understand that sounds ridiculous, the court's telling him he has to have CP? Yes, literally. Yes.
It's insane. The court is... How do we know the court is telling him that explicitly? He has to sit down with the court and go, sorry, I got child porn on my computer. I'm just wondering. Nope, sorry. Under the... We're going to hold you in contempt if you don't delete it. It's insane. Come on, Tom.
As I'm talking to him, I go, bruh, there's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage.
Only authorities should
Dude, this is tomfoolery's guide to fucking disposing of child pornography. I'm so excited to hear what he has to say.
have access to that, not fucking Destiny. There are no authorities. There are no authorities. She's suing him. The courts have literally said, you cannot delete any of this. You have to have...
Yeah, but, like, it's also, like, a federal crime to own... or to, I guess, be in possession of CSAM, so there, like, literally would be authorities involved.
All of this backed up with copies and extra copies and all of this shit. He literally has court orders telling him.
Dude, court-ordered CP, dude. Sorry, this is...
Nick just
Dude, it's so funny because it goes all the way back to the ethical argument, too.
That's sadly common with these type of people. Dude who made Ren and Stimpy was caught with stuff, and you can kind of see it.
Wait, you're saying that the guy...
Several other examples. It's like they Freudian joke about it.
Wait, you're saying that the Ren and Stimpy people had that happen? You mean the show where they made an entire episode about getting trapped in somebody's fucking belly button, scarring me for life as a kid? That guy had CP on his computer? Are you serious? Wasn't that a fucking thing, or did my fucking, like, 10-year-old mind dream that up? Wasn't there an entire episode of Ren and Stimpy where he got trapped in their fucking belly button? Yeah, that was a fucking weird video. Or episode.
He has to have this. I'm not kidding. I have read these court orders on stream. He literally has to have all of it. He cannot dispose of it. It is,
Yeah, people in the chat are like, he can turn it over to the cops.
He can turn it into the cops? Turn it into the cops for what?
Okay, Tom, you're almost there, Tom. It's gonna click, Tom. Now, I'm guaranteeing he's going to pivot to, what, because she's allegedly 17? As if that wasn't, like, entirely the argument that the person was making.
Hey, cops! Here's a girl. She tricked me. She made me think that she was...
Dude, it doesn't matter if he tricked you. If you have fucking child porn, it has to be disposed of.
Over 18, go get her. Like, what is...
Go get her? No, buddy, no, that's not the issue. Yeah. Oh, man.
What do you mean turn it into the cops? There's a civil case. The civil case means that she's suing him and that he legally, by law, from court order, has to hold on to this shit. For it being child abuse material? I'm sorry, I don't know. I still don't know what the fuck that means.
What do you mean? Oh, dude. Bro. What?
Are you going to discuss that with Relly? Discuss what with Relly?
Irrelevant. Can you please explain to me why you should go to the police if you got, like...
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
That's insane.
Wanted to clarify about DG Gers brigading the H3 sub to hate on crew. I check the sub daily. Watch all streams. It started after Hassan Snapchat.
Oh, that's so...
AB and Olivia were most hated on.
Yep.
DGG and deranged H3 fans happen to agree on it.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Again, it doesn't matter. You can go, oh, but Hassan, but Hassan, but Hassan. We just watched an entire clip of Destiny kind of dog whistling that and then being like, well, actually, they are getting kind of a lot of hate afterwards. So, and then the post ended up popping up anyway. And it was also in his fucking reply. So, yeah, you could say it's all Hassan Piker, but it's really not. It's kind of both of them.
And you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups.
Why wouldn't the court have him provide that to authorities or his attorney? I don't know what you
because the court doesn't know it's CP. That's why. Yeah. Because, dude.
mean. I just asked. Why? What authorities? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're asking. It doesn't make sense. That he's just
this guy. The issue is he's never heard of CSAM before. That must be it. Tomfoolery doesn't know what CSAM is. That's the only way this can make sense.
Randomly supposed to go and give random shit to authorities for no reason? Like, what are you talking about? It's child abuse material. Wait, hold on. Holy shit. Okay. In this case, if this girl...
Dude, this is 17 minutes into an 8-hour stream. Is this guy still alive by the end of it? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Took videos of herself, or her underage boyfriend took videos of her, that is not child abuse. So when you call this child abuse material...
Wait.
That is not child abuse.
We don't even know her boyfriend's underage. Destiny thinks there's a chance that he's an adult.
Her underage boyfriend took videos of her. That is not child abuse.
What's the name
Dude,
of
this is like bending over. This is insane.
Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
That is the worst argument I've seen so far. I didn't know that was here. The motherfucker in the Woodstock hat is arguing that it's not child abuse material. Okay.
So when you call this child abuse material, that she sends, that's not...
So are you saying that if a child takes a picture of themselves and posts it online and pedophiles have it, it shouldn't be considered CSAM under law? Is that your argument? Because a child who can't consent willingly posted it or made the video, then it's not CSAM because the child has decided it's not?
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Like, this is a crazy argument.
The shout out.
And he's talking down to you as he says it.
So when you call this child abuse material, that
Nick just started
Hold on, I wanna
insulting
hear
me
this
viciously
raw.
on Twitter.
This is crazy.
So when you call this child abuse material, that she sends, that's not the same thing. That's calling this child abuse is actually insulting to victims. Yeah.
Dude, what?
Yes, that's fucking insane. That is not child abuse.
Even Destiny, dude, on screen, Destiny's... Oh, they didn't get there yet. I wonder if his position changes when Destiny implies that it could be child abuse. Like, legitimately, like a fucking adult fucking, like, forcing this girl to do it. Like, Destiny thinks there's a chance this girl has been trafficked by an adult. So let's see if his position changes.
Relly is in the camp that he shouldn't have kept the potential CPS in his
dude, other Destiny guys said no, dude. Tom, you gotta change your tag.
hard drive.
I don't know. Okay, sorry. I don't know if Relly is a fucking Destiny. I haven't watched Relly in like fucking 2 years, so maybe he's not. I apologize.
I think.
I don't like when people do that to me.
Huh. Also, Tom, do you disavow for having it in the first place? I'm sorry. Holy shit, dude.
He's like Destiny, but slower. He has like the same mannerisms. Dude, this is like a really easy... Who is Relly? Relly is Irrelevant, the streamer. One of the people who was fighting with EFAP back in the day. Relly is against this? Good.
It's literally defined as that, dumbass. Okay, but you're not just saying that it's defined as that. You're saying he should give it to the cops because it's defined as that. That's your reasoning. You're not just saying it's just called that, dude. It's just what it's...
I think this guy is actually hard-R'd. Like, he's literally a hard-R streamer.
Called. That's all. You're saying It's called child abuse. Therefore, it must be given to the police because child abuse has to be given to the police.
Yeah, child porn is child abuse. They call it CSAM because it is.
That's your reasoning. You can't fall back on that's just what it's called. You're using that as your fucking reasoning, dude.
He wants those videos? Oh, I think you said he wants the... Dude, I thought you were making he wants the views argument. And I was scrolling down to say this guy gets no fucking viewership. But no, you were going in a completely different route. Thank you for the dono, by the way.
That's insane.
This is insane! Dude, I made a steak. Oh, God. What, he's a hard R streamer. You know, when they... It's a reference to Linus Tech Tips saying that he used to say the hard R all the time. In American Dad, even.
Disavow Destiny for having it in the first place.
I just exposed you as not being an EFAP viewer because we did this morning.
Okay, I'm sorry. Look, I don't even know what that means. All right, so if we say Destiny knew that she was under 18.
Okay, so now we're pivoting to Destiny knew she was under 18. Is she under 18?
And had it in the first place. Yeah, of course.
Destiny, at this point, has enough evidence to reasonably assume that she is 17 now, right? So should he keep it now is the question.
That's fucking disgusting. If we say she showed...
that's one of the questions, I should say.
Showed him an ID that said that she was over 18 and kept telling him that she was over 18.
I don't think he ID'd her, so then why are we using that in the hypothetical?
And he had like reasonable information to be convinced that she was over 18. No, I don't. I have no reason to disavow him doing.
Dude, it's so funny because these guys say, oh, we need the legal answer. We need the legal answer. We'll see what happens in court. Let's see what happens in court. Legally, you're fucked in this situation. I'm pretty sure, right? This is all like, well, you know, she lied about her age. That's typically like a moral argument. Or at least it's not like well defined that's like definitively going to get you out of it.
Something he had no idea he was doing.
And again, this is not a close in age exception Romeo and Juliet type fucking situation. Guy's 30 something years old at this point. God, like, this is fucking weird.
That's kind of knowingly or not knowingly. No, I don't disavow people for doing things not knowingly. Why would I do that? Who would do that? Who would say?
But he knows now.
This person had no idea that they were doing this thing. So I disavow them for it.
But he knows now. They act like there's no legal standing for this. There's tons. Yeah. This is not a YouTube copyright dispute where we're kind of still in uncharted water.
Does not matter. It's his responsibility to know for sure, dumb.
Yeah, true.
Oh my fucking goodness. When you say it's his responsibility to know for sure, what is knowing for sure? An ID, maybe? Would that be knowing for sure?
Again, if you're going to a person who sells naked pictures online and they're not using OnlyFans and they're hitting you up on private Twitters, private Snapchats, Telegram, these are all like red flags, right? You can absolutely get age verification. If they find out you're a minor on OnlyFans, you get banned and lose all your money. If these people are using PayPal accounts, they can be just like terminated and stuff. Like there are better ways to go about this if you're just going to hit up like random sex workers online. Doing that with a person who has a private Twitter is like insanely fucking risky because there's no fucking way that you can possibly verify the age definitively, right? With an online interaction.
How could he know for sure? What if she showed...
But there's also two different things here. It's, well, what did you ask from her? Did you do it on the honor system? Did she show an ID? Was it Photoshop? People are like, oh, I don't ask for an ID because they could Photoshop it. I gotta be honest with you. If you asked for an ID and they went all out of the way to Photoshop it, people would look at you significantly more favorably than if you're like, yeah, okay, I'll accept 19 on the honor system, like pro Jared, right? Oh, well, you know, I don't... Dude, if we're talking about... We're casing this in moral arguments right now already, then yeah, dude, I mean, you should probably just ask for ID at that point. Yeah.
A fake birth certificate. How about that? What if there's a birth certificate that was fake?
Bro, if he came out and said, here's a fucking fake birth certificate, he would have gotten yardage back for that, 100%. They would go, okay, you literally got somebody to send a fucking birth certificate and they fabricated it? Okay, you definitely did like as much as you could possibly do on a site like Twitter. It's still not enough. You still shouldn't have this material. It's still on you, the adult. But like ultimately, right? You've gone to a absurd level to try to verify this person's an adult.
Does from his perspective, does he know for sure?
And
or
by the way, these are all cased in moral arguments. I'm not even engaging with the legality of that.
does he need to like travel back in time and be there on the date that she was born so that he knows for sure? You like check the time, the date.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tom. There's like something in between the honor system and traveling back in time with a hypothetical time machine to go witness the birth.
Okay.
Also, I do think that Destiny would probably, you know, ah! Okay, sorry. We're back.
I've
had a button out there. I almost said something really fucked up.
used my time machine. I know for sure now, and then move forward. Like, how does he know for sure? How is that a thing?
Someone said, well, he doesn't have to go back in time. He was alive then. He could have just driven to that. All right. I don't think he could have drove there at that age, but actually, no. Oh
She was not correcting him when he thought she was 18. He thought she was 19. She said she was 19.
That makes the age verified more. If they're not 18 and they're 19, they're more verified. This is like insane, dude. He's recalibrating? Yeah, literally. Holy fuck, dude. But I thought a 19-year-old was like a fucking 15-year-old, dude. All right, we're going to move on.
Yeah, we went through different laws the other day, and pretty much all of them said that, all these state laws said that if somebody shows you fake IDs, and you have a reasonable belief that they are...
Aren't these like all about IRL sex encounters? If someone... I'm almost positive that whatever law he's pulling up here has nothing to do with child pornography or CSAM material.
Over 18, that...
Like, there's entirely separate laws, for the most part, on material and actual physical contact.
You wouldn't be prosecuted for this, most likely. That, like, it is about reasonable belief. If she sends him an ID...
But what about now in current day? What about having archives of something that you now can reasonably deduce are of a minor?
A fake college ID that has a birth date on it that says that she's over 18, then yeah, like, that is a reasonable belief. If all she does is say...
But wait, when did a college ID even become part of this?
I'm over 18. No, that's not a reasonable belief. That is not a reasonable belief at all. So it's just about what it is that like happened there, and I have no fucking idea. And
because I have plausible deniability because my streamer hasn't explicitly said what form of age verification he did.
But from the DMs that we saw, it looks like she sent an ID, but I don't know.
So yeah.
Tom maybe drug her with truth serum and let her spill her true age. Maybe, yeah.
Willie, if you're still watching, I want to call you and ask you a question after this stream. Just remind me briefly, because I have something I want to ask you about. Because Willie put out a tweet, right? I'll just say this out loud. So I scrubbed a clip from my previous stream segment because of Willie's tweet, and I understood this differently. There is an alleged screenshot that aims to prove the age verification methods that Destiny had used. Now, this screenshot right here is the screenshot that we showed. It has been disputed, quote unquote, by saying it's not real because your leaked DMs with somebody obviously would be like this. Like, it would say Leafy and it would be showing your messages to Leafy. But this is somebody typing to Destiny. So what gives? Is this fabricated? I'm going to be honest with you. If they fabricated it and they wanted it to look the other way, why would they do it like this in the first place? What this looks like to me, and what I thought this screenshot was when I covered it, and obviously scrubbed it out because I don't want to spread misinformation about Destiny for any reason at all whatsoever to give him yardage. My understanding with this screenshot right here was that somebody got access to Steven's perspective. Like, when you... Because obviously you can't get the other perspective of the messages because Rose has deleted the account. The only way that we could see any of the messages associated with Twitter would be if Destiny opens his own DMs. So I thought that that was what it was. But I'm guessing that's not this. I'm guessing that doesn't line up because it would have this part here. So it must be fabricated. What is the source of this message? Where is this message coming from? because I want more information on it. I'll bring it up now because maybe somebody can figure it out. But yeah, that was a message that I'd seen posted around everywhere, and I obviously scrubbed it because I don't know. Why would Destiny's own DMs be to him? I guess you accepted the request. Yeah, no, you know what? I see what you're... No, I get it now. It just clicked as I was reading it. I gotta be honest with you. It just clicked while I was reading it. This image going around that's supposedly Destiny asking Rose for her ID and then backing out. I'm almost certain this is fake, as a screenshot shows he is sending the messages to himself. People say this is how it looks with banned accounts, but in my DMs with Leafy, it looks nothing like this. Because I know all the other DMs are just gone. The only way you can remove DMs in conversations is by terminating your account, being banned, or something like that. Like, when I went to, like, pull up stuff from, I guess, like, Tipster, when he would remove his stuff, you wouldn't have access to the other side of the DMs. Well, if that's the case, I will say I apologize for platforming this. I deleted it out of the video before I posted it today, and I issued a correction in the video about it. But ultimately, yeah, this is exactly why you be careful with screenshots, because this looks too good to be true. You're hot as fuck. 18, 1 day old account. So if this is fake, it's literally just leading into the whole, like, oh, look, you're young. And then, where is it? Where's the, oh, I'm flattered. Can you send ID so I at least know you're 18? Oh, I understand if that's too much. Just want something on a piece of paper, and that's more than enough. Yeah. So, yeah, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Boo, Nick. Yeah, hit me up whenever you get off stream. I'm up, I'll answer. Yeah, I mean, I want to take a look at it because I don't know where it came from. Maybe we can track it down. But, yeah. So she sent him a message request, and he accepted it, and then... try to ask for ID. I agree with Willie. I don't think this screenshot is real. Because he's right. If this screenshot was to Rose, then it would still be here. Because if I go to my DMs right now, I can't show it because there's no way to look at DMs that won't leak all of my other DMs. And I go to a banned user in current day. Who's a banned user or a deleted user? I gotta scroll all the way down. I'll probably find one. Fuck, I don't actually know. All my banned users are back, dude. All my banned users have returned to me. Let me see. No. Well, I have them with Leafy, right? Can I just find Leafy's? That would be, that would literally just prove that for me immediately. Because Tipster fucking came back to the internet. He was my go-to. Dude, Grady Hooper. What happened to Grady Hooper, bro? Is that guy still around? Ty. I'm going all the way back to like fucking 2021 DMs right now. Is Edwin still on Twitter? Did he delete his account and run from the internet? Is that one? Because it will leave the log here, even if they blow it up, but all their DMs are just gone. Isn't he back? Leafy might be back already. Remember Dull Hunty and the Kavos Skullgate? Dude, the real Skullgate was when Kavos fucking said that he had a skull thing made of like a mold from his head. And it was just like a skull off of fucking Getty Images or something. Yeah, I was going to go to No Bullshit, and now he's back on Twitter talking about Mr. B. Dude, No Bullshit came back in current day. That's crazy. I have a one with... Wait, what? You accepted the request. No, it wouldn't do that. Hold on, wait, what if I... Ooh. If it's a group, is there any way this could be a group chat? Because if you kick people from a group chat... Hold on, if you kick people from a group chat, it appears that you're in a DM conversation with yourself. Just like that. That's interesting. But there's no way this could be a group chat. Because it says you accepted the request. That's the only way I can possibly see that in my own DMs. Because I have one here that's me and Memology, and Willie Mac's show is in here, but Willie left and Memology got suspended. So it's presented to me as... Well, it was. Now it's not. I don't know. I clicked it. Now I see his name again. So I have no idea. That's interesting. So yeah, I think this is probably fake. I'm glad that we went over it then. Kanye's, but I don't have any DMs with Kanye West. All right, let's finish off this segment. H3 Productions, I heard Destiny fans were mass downvoting and leaving the community. Hey Destiny, never watched a second of his content. He seems really annoying and childish. However, it seems like no real actual research was done on the topic. They wanted to quickly jump on it, separate themselves, and prove they aren't affiliated with Destiny. It's like, dude, they get the fucking screenshots wrong, and then all of a sudden it completely invalidates the fact that, like, I've repeated myself 40 times in the segment. You know exactly what I'm gonna say. Let me see. Don't know about all the Destiny stuff myself. I'm a 30-month member. How confident are you the traffic ticket is real? About as confident as Destiny was when he was talking to Willie about it. Probably is a pretty good answer for that. Because it seems like he was pretty confident too. Brave to think I mean, Destiny's whole thing is that these guys have like 60 gigabytes of child pornography, and we need to be going after the real perpetrators here. So I don't know, dude. I guess I seemingly agree with him on that. Maybe they should go after the real perpetrators, but also criticizing him is good too. Nope, been a fan of both of you for a long time, not going anywhere. Same, Destiny's behavior is worthy of criticism where it's due. H3 coverage is worthy of criticism where it's due. I enjoy participating in both communities. I don't know. I think that if you're participating in Destiny's community, you're probably morally fucking raped at this point. I am a Destiny fan. I'm not leaving because Ethan is uniquely funny. Okay, I am disappointed that Ethan used none of his resources to actually do some fucking research. It's like, dude, if you feel this confident to talk about your guy who thinks he has like alleged CPS on his hard drive right now, I feel for you, but you're retarded. You're hard so bad. Yes, let's ignore valid criticism of the crew's biases. Like, oh, look at that, there it is, the crew, dude. If I'm fucking Ethan Klein, it's just like, bang, that account, get that one out of here, dude. Brother, the top post on Destiny is ridiculing the crew for sweeping for Hassan. There's been plenty of valid criticism in the last 2 weeks. Today, it's overblown and inorganic. Whether it's inorganic or not, I think it's a matter of people's opinion. Speaking for myself as a Destiny H3 fan, I noticed the silence for the crew. You're parasocial and cringe. You should get the fuck out of the community. Like, he literally, Ethan Klein needs to defend his fucking employees. That's my fucking thing to Ethan. Ethan needs to go out here and defend his fucking employees and purge the parasocial psychopaths from his fucking community. If they're not Destiny fans, they're not Destiny fans. Purge them anyway. Get them out of there. These are your employees that are, like, that you're paying and stuff like that. You need to defend them when people are saying that they're not speaking up in cases where it's totally justified that they don't speak. 100% Bang. Discord for screenshots of what? Stream topic request? Is this the clip you asked for? I have that already. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been watching Destiny for 10 years, Ethan for 5. There are way too many moving parts to make a declarative statement about, oh, it's just like, really, there's not. It's like actually super simple. They're drinking the everything is performative Kool-Aid to defend their guy. It's actually super cringe. Interesting thing happening in the Destiny Twitter group. I showed this the other day. I'm going to say it because somebody has to. Destiny might actually be retarded. Motherfucker doesn't actually think things through. Why the fuck would he tell Willie Mack anything? He had me in the first half, not going to lie. The issue wasn't that he said all that stuff. It's that he said it to Willie, I guess. I think I showed this yesterday. I might have grabbed this twice. Turkey Tom is the only good commentary channel because he hasn't said anything. He probably agrees with everything here, but he hasn't said anything. I reported Destiny to the police. Trump is president, right? And he raped somebody and did other way worse things than Destiny. If a celebrity who had 17-year-olds lie about their age was canceled, we would have no more movie stars. Wake me up when someone is willing to testify. Ah, dude. Ah, bro. All right. There it is. That's fucking the Destiny update for the night. I hope you fucking enjoyed that. Yeah, this is just bad. This is not good. In the defense of these people who look like really sus and as bad or worse than the Willie ones, this is prior to this is the 22nd, so it's the day before Willie's video. This is only when they thought it was a 17-year-old. They didn't know he still had the files, allegedly, on his fucking feed, dude. But, oh, man. I mean, at this point, dude, this is what you're standing next to in DGG. These are your neighbors. You love thy neighbor. Thy neighbor loves thy okay, dude, I don't know, bro. Looks fucking bad. Looks really bad here. A lot of insinuations can be made off of these fucking claims. Oh, dude. I literally, dude. Bye. All right, guys.